Mm-hmm. Let's see something real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. And my baby in the building.
What you doing showing all my goods?
How about a good?
My handsome man.
Do this thing sound? Do this sound good? The
No,
headset.
it's got
It's
like a noise.
like the AC probably can hear it. There ain't no filter.
Oh,
Let me try this other thing then. Try this other headset out. I might go back to the original. Oh, here you go. Let's try this one. Hopefully this got like a filter on it. Hopefully.
they gonna be like, forgive like Erica Kirk. She wasn't even crying.
Yeah, you already know it, right? What the heck is this?
Oh, what's up, Mr. Brent? He said, summer too hot. He said, the topic too hot. Is the topic too hot or is it the temperature too hot in your area?
Talking about the AC?
No,
Let me see something. Let me check
I
it.
don't know. Mister said too hot for me. I don't know what he talking about. Summer too hot. Da-da-da. Please help me tap the live. I'm tapping, but I've only got but so many fingers. If you can help me tap the live, thank you so much. He'll be right back. He is getting his microphone ready tonight. The first question said, why is it hard to forgive like Erica Kirk? God, keep my blood pressure down. Oh, God, keep my blood pressure down. Oh, you got to keep your blood pressure down. Oh, the topic is too hot. You can't come up. You got to keep your blood pressure down. I got you. I understand.
What about now? These headsets, same thing?
It's better. Yeah,
These headsets.
yeah. I'm probably hearing like the fan in the back or something.
It's the AC.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's fine. It's fine.
So you can hear. Okay.
Yeah. What do you think, Mister? It sound okay? It sound okay to me. Summer too hot.
Oh yeah, go. They've been mad all week. They've been mad all week, Mr. P.
I know, right? She didn't even cry. I don't even
Just
think
sound
she
magical. All right, I
forgave.
like that. I like that. I like that.
She was
Magical.
just saying that to look good.
To
It was
look
all
good.
part of a bigger plan. Gotta prepare my mind. The thing got messed up again. Okay, wait.
It got messed up.
Okay,
What got messed up?
it's fine. It's
Static?
fine. I don't know if it's the AC or the.
Yeah, the AC.
I don't know if it's the AC or if it's static.
Let's try this. Do you hear anything?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
It's the AC.
Yeah.
Figure how y'all gonna have to just hear it.
Go ahead. Summer too hot.
Right.
Why is it hard for people to forgive like Erica Kirk today? Because they don't know. They don't know God. That's why.
Oh yeah, talking about I got a personal connection with God. I got my personal connection. Did he tell you to be celebrating and stuff?
You about to eat chips? What do I hear?
Oh dang, this thing.
Oh my God! No wonder you didn't want to eat in front of me. That's what you was talking about. Oh hell no!
Well, I ain't no chips though. Some pistachio.
Oh, okay. Pistachio. Summer too hot.
I don't know what that song is.
I know, stuck in my head. Oh my. Hey, I'm surprised people aren't in yet. We might have to reset.
Reset? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that, guys. Let's do that. All three guys.
All three of us.
All three of them.
Hey, Jay.
Mr. P said. Mr. P said.
Mr. P said, since it's just us.
Before these people come in here fucking raising my blood pressure, I figured I'd come say hello.
Right.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I all clear from my doctor shit not too long ago.
There you go.
I've been working out. I got my home gym set back up. Getting myself back into a grind. I wanna get control of my body again, you know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
I want my wife to look at me getting out of the shower and be like, damn. So, trying to get back in shape.
That's what I've been on. I just actually got my little session out the way today.
But man, things are good, man. I've been coming by your lives lately just to see how long I can even sit and listen. Man, I don't know what the hell happened, but you got the same kind of patience that Kirk had, man. How he could just listen to these motherfuckers be so goddamn confident and wrong. Oh my God, I don't know how you do it. I wish they were as right as they were confident, but they ain't. You know what I mean?
Boy. They just give me feeling-based answers. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's important to remove feelings. Like, it's so important. I don't know if they know how important it is to master that, removing feelings. It'll change your life.
Boy.
Because a lot of these feelings are attached to trauma. Yep.
What people project from and all that stuff. You can't have no conversation with projection.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you do it, man. My hat's off to you. You got another level of patience that is rare, my guy. Like, I don't even want to be a mod because I just be dropping people and be like, sorry, I can't take the lies.
Right. And like he shows a lot of patience, but the one time he may not be patient, they're gonna be like, oh, that guy is always impatient.
That's what people sit back and do all day is to try to prove themselves right. They wait to have this thing against you because they be like, "It's no way that this person is like that." So they gonna try their best to take you out your square, so they can make themselves feel better. Like a lot of times, people do stuff to make themselves feel better. That's all that really is.
But to just kind of get the conversation rolling, I just want to preface it with the way that I perceive Erica Kirk, the way I understand what she means by forgiveness is not what people, generally speaking, view as forgiveness. And her being a devout Christian, and Kirk, Charlie himself has said that she is more conservative and more faith-bound than he was, and that she was responsible for kind of pushing him in that way. Her forgiveness isn't letting the guy that unalived her husband off the hook. Like there's old westerns and stuff you can watch where it's like the good cowboy will have to punish people, and he'll punish somebody who didn't necessarily commit the crime, but he was there and he was associated with the bad guys. And he'll forgive that person before he performs the execution. And it's not saying I'm going to forgive you and you don't have to pay the price and own the consequence. He's just that there's a certain type of forgiveness that Christians are pushed to have. God's going to weigh the scale, so to speak. You know what I mean? And in this earthly realm, we're going to give you forgiveness for your soul, but your body's still going to go through these consequences. And I think that's what people miss. They think that in her mind, she's just letting him off the hook when that ain't the case. She's offering him forgiveness for his soul. He still has to own the physical responsibility and consequences of his actions. And, people, I often think, because they don't understand this, they view forgiveness as weakness, and they're too scared to look weak when they don't understand the amount of strength it takes to offer somebody's soul forgiveness. They don't realize how much effort, how much strength that requires.
Yeah, they don't know. It takes a lot of humility and empathy, understanding, compassion, and
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up?
Question for y'all. Is that poisonous?
If it's got more than 2 legs, yeah.
It's got like it's got like 32 legs.
I burn the whole fucking house down. What the fuck what'd you think was gonna happen? Now that shit's waiting for you to sleep.
Wait, what is it?
No, I lost it.
Oh, I forgot it's Saturday, babe.
You just sent it into hunt mode. Now it's waiting for you to go to sleep.
Well, what was it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have nightmares about it.
It had like 28 legs.
Look at the ceiling. Is it on the ceiling, ready to hop down on you?
No, it just fell off the ceiling and jumped at me.
I mean, I feel bad for that guy. He's got to burn his whole house down now.
Exactly.
He should have came at that
Yeah.
shit with a flamethrower. My
Gonna burn
goodness.
it down, and you're gonna still see it walking towards him. That'd be messed up.
That's gonna give me nightmares.
Should forgive it.
Did you see that thing?
Yeah. That was a centipede. That's what that
I've
was.
seen those before. They're not that special.
Yeah, they
You
common
never seen it
inside the
before?
house.
Not. That didn't look like no damn centipede I ever saw. It looked like a
Not a,
mutated spider or something.
yeah, not a centipede, but I don't know what they're called, but
They called eaglish. I forgot the name. That's another name for them. So eaglish, liquish.
You
No,
notice his camera cut out.
earwick or something like
oh
that.
yeah. I think you're right.
That thing's fighting with him right now. That's why the camera cut out.
Man, that man about to pass out in his bed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really gonna pass out when it bite him. I know what I'm talking about.
He sound like he had a long Saturday night.
He's gonna be camping out in his living room now. But how you been, Kev? How you been, Rachel?
I've been good, man.
Wonderful. God has been good.
When you guys getting married?
We
You're
are.
married now.
The marriage already happened?
Y'all
When did it happen?
waiting for the ceremony.
They wait for the wedding. That's two different
Yeah.
things.
Two different things.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the event that I can show up to. That's what I'm waiting for.
Give it some time. We got
Gonna be waiting.
Yeah. We worried about trying to please God at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Not please people. You know?
Yeah. We're so similar.
So how long ago did you guys get married, I guess?
Early. Very early.
We made that commitment to God that we were going to be together forever.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Congratulations, Kev. Rachel, I hope the best for you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Luckily, we align that way. Very secure.
Kev, is that a little gray patch I'm seeing on the top there?
Yeah, he did have that.
Well,
It's adorable.
I don't know. It must have been a while since I've seen you, because I remember when I first
Facts.
started coming around that you didn't have that little gray patch.
It got thicker, but they've been there for a while. Since my 30s.
It ain't a bad look,
or
my
my
guy.
mid-20s.
It ain't a bad look.
Right, it look good.
I be hating when I get my hair cut though. That joke be making me so mad. It look like my hair be thinning when I get a haircut.
Yeah, but it's not though. It's the illusion because it's light.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm growing mine out for the locks of love again.
There you go.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
I got some time to catch you. You all up in the roofing already. Yeah.
But there's some gray in there. You just can't tell because it's covered up by all the black. But there's some gray in there.
You dyed
Yeah.
it? You be dying?
No, I don't dye my hair at all, man. No.
No, men don't gotta do that. Y'all could be silver foxes.
Maybe men doing it.
My wife says it's like a little bit of salt sprinkle seasoning on there, just a little bit.
I like it. I think Kim looks so cute with it. It's a And you know he a little wise young man. Young
Wise
man,
young
young
man.
man,
Young man, young
young
man.
man.
Right. Wow.
Oh, hey, kitty cat.
Get the pussy out the camera.
Oh my God, Kevin. Oh my gosh.
You're going to get me banana. You got that in the camera.
I don't know why they called, like, which one came
They got the
first?
nerve to play with it on the
Wait,
camera too.
did we name the cat the P word first, or did we name?
I think the cat was there first.
You're
You know,
guessing. You're guessing.
I believe. I
I'm
mean, it makes sense
about to
though,
go
because
look right now.
I bet I already know. I ain't gotta look that up. I know it was a cat first. That's the name of a cat first, and then the humans use that as a body part. Why would we
What
name a
up,
cat that
house?
after? Yo,
What you doing, dog? Alright,
chilling.
fine. Alright, cool, man. Me too. What you about to do?
Oh, I got you. What I'm about to do?
Fucking gay motherfucker. I'll kill you, nigga.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. Saturday for you. We your name, man. Oh, there you go. I found you, brother. I ain't gotta find another way out.
We forgive you. Now just go somewhere
You're
else.
right. That's a fact. You're right. I forgive you.
Now take your forgiven ass somewhere else.
Yeah. My baby up there doing a teacup and stuff. She looking something. Oh, she looking up that stuff that she did not have to look up. Was the cat called a punani cat first? Or was it the punani that called it a cat? I wonder how she asked Google on that. Was it the body part or the cat? Was the cat named after? Oh, wow, that's a funny stuff.
I'm gonna
Oh.
bet that it was probably given to the cat first.
Yeah, of course. That's like saying who. And I get the question: well, who laid the egg? Was it the egg that came first or the chicken? Now I get that. That's still up for grab. I believe the chicken probably came first. I
Well,
believe because man came first before they start making babies.
God made the chicken, and then that's
Yeah,
how
the
we got
chicken.
chicken eggs.
Chicken
That's
laid the
how that
egg.
works
Yeah,
out, man.
exactly. Exactly.
I ain't never seen a dog birth anything other than a dog.
Our boy's itching, man.
All right, all right. The cat came first in the 18th century. Oh, it's that? Is it 18th century? Or is that 1533?
We know that
It's
is
the
a
16th century, and
it's like a urban term. That's like a what they call those words, slang. That's like a slang in a way. So it's
You're
not for sure.
right. You're right. But it's
It's like
like,
which
why
one
did
came
they
first?
ruin?
Was it a thought or a whore?
Why did they ruin the innocence of the kitty cat? Like,
See, see,
they're always trying to ruin something.
all the
oh,
time,
so
all the time.
why did the term go from calling a cat that to
Yeah,
calling a woman that?
to call a vagina that. Yeah,
Right.
like that
I
wasn't
mean,
even
if we're gonna
necessary.
break it down here, it's probably has to do with the fact that the cats are very temperamental, like women.
No, but it's not
Mm,
a name for women. It's a name for vaginas.
the cooter.
Yeah, well,
Right, because they
guys are called dogs all the time, and what do dogs chase?
mm, the cat. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and so what do guys
No,
chase?
I don't get it. Oh. So see, now I gotta go look which one was called first. The dog or the cat? Did we call men dogs or did we call women cat? Or P
I mean, the phrase, he's a dog, that's been used for.
Let me see if that was before they switched the vagina.
That's a good one.
It probably was around the same time frame.
It might, if they going based off that. Hopefully, I mean, if it makes sense if it was a dog, the dude get called a dog first. That way, it makes sense why they call that the cat. Let's see.
I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there that men were probably called dogs before,
Yeah, I would say that too.
and then the connection was made to cats. The kitty.
Meow meow.
You know, Egypt, they discovered cats first, right? You know what they call them in Egyptian? They call them meow.
A meow.
Yeah. And the legend goes that when the first Egyptian discovered a cat, he jokingly said, "Oh, and what do we call you?" And the cat looked up and said, "Meow." And so they started calling him that.
Meow. What's up, meow? We have a meow here. It's like calling a frog a ribbit.
Yeah.
It's a ribbit.
A dog called a wolf.
A roof. It's a roof in here. The roof is.
Did you watch the ceremony memorial thing for Charlie Kirk? Did you watch that?
I didn't see the. No, I didn't see the full thing. No.
It's like 6 hours.
Oh wow! I yawned for thinking about that. Wow.
You should give it a watch, man. I think it'll blow your mind because there was a lot of religious discussion being had by prominent people. It might kind of like make you see that there is this freaking like revival happening with Christianity right now. Bro, there was that stadium holds 70,000 people. There wasn't an open seat available. And the overflow holds 20,000, and that was packed. And then there was about 500,000 extra people outside of the stadium.
Oh my!
There was just about 1 million people basically standing at the stadium.
Okay, the dog. Okay, men being called dogs came first.
Yeah, well, men lead. That's just kind of the way it goes. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just
No,
saying,
but
like
a
that's just
man.
how it works.
No, but a man didn't start the slang. Women would have had to start the slang, calling men dogs.
Yeah, we were the first to get labeled,
She
and
gotta look
then
that up
men were
real quick.
like,
Too. Look at her teacup be going fast. She's like, I just thought about something. Let me look that up.
well, it's like
He said, I'm
women
about to
gave
get
us.
one of these. I'm going to get right. So I'm gonna keep looking up. So I'm gonna come up with something and then look it up. Oh, that is so funny. I swear she remind me of the bros, man. They do that stuff. My boys be doing. Let me hurry up and go to Google real quick and see if I get this right. Man, she be having me on this Google stuff for real.
You
Yeah,
talking,
debates about
It
who's
makes
stronger
sense,
between
though.
Superman and.
talking about me? You said
It makes sense that the women would give us that moniker, and then men just kind of took it like, all right, well, if we're dogs, then you're like that kitty that gets chased by the dog.
Yeah, so tit for tat's been happening for centuries, huh?
It always be the woman that started it. Men want to follow. They ain't supposed to. Talking about what they say, sprinkle, sprinkle. Then they gonna talk about some sizzle, sizzle. Oh my god. That ain't gonna lie. That trend irritated myself. I'm like, man, do y'all got a mind of y'all own?
Sizzle, sizzle.
When they came up with that list of like, oh, what I don't want as a woman, and then all here come man. No, let me follow you and say, oh, I don't want this as a man. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even got the energy for like the man versus woman stuff anymore. Like my whole argument is like my favorite thing about women is that they are not men. Like, so whatever is baked into that woman cake, Serve it up.
Man, now he made me want cake. Hmm. Hmm.
It's everything you about to crave for right now, boy.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Well,
Ooh.
hey, Kev, I wanted to come up and show you some love, my guy. Rachel, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Yes, sir. I hope you get well soon. Wait, let me see. Is it gonna show on your screen? Oh,
Okay. Hey.
Thank you so much. Thank
Get
you.
well soon.
Now I have some coins, so I got to come back in and send them over to Kev. So that's what I got to. So I'm going to come back because of that.
He always do that, man. He's like, don't gift me.
Don't give me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather them go
Back
to
50 cents.
the hosts. I mean, in all reality, you guys are the ones putting in the work and exercising the patience that just don't exist in this heart.
Appreciate that. Host
But
and co-host.
I'm so happy to get the news that you guys are married. That really makes me happy.
You gonna make me turn on the camera.
I'm just saying, like,
I think yes, Mister. Yup.
I remember talking with Kev when you were just a fiance, and so it really does. It warms my heart to hear another marriage, another beautiful union, vowed in front of our God. So I'm happy for my brother and sister in Christ. I hope the best for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I ain't gonna say nothing you guys ain't ever heard, but just keep it that it's your guys' marriage versus whatever issue comes up. It's never you versus her or her versus you because of an issue.
Amen.
Just keep that in your guys' heart. You guys as a whole are greater than you are as your individual people. So
Thank you, Mister.
I'm tickled pink. I love hearing about people getting married. It makes me so happy. We need more of that in this world, not less of it. So,
Yeah. We knew it early.
You knew of me that already. That's what I was looking for anyway, though. So it ain't no game when I make a selection. It ain't gonna be no game. So that's always gonna be the intent.
I mean, I'm going on damn near 16 years now, and I remember when I met my lady. Like when we first hung out, she was driving away from my house, and I was living in a big house with 5 other dudes, like total bachelor pad. And I just looked at my buddies and I was like, I'm gonna be marrying that woman. So you guys need to get someone else to figure out who's gonna rent my room because I'm getting out of here. And that's what I'm pursuing.
So what was it about her?
I've tried to explain this like in a lot of ways, but if I had to boil it down to something, is I have zero fear of embarrassment when I'm with her. Is I guess what it boils down to. I'm not afraid to be wrong in front of her. I'm not afraid to make a mistake or even stumble in front of her. Because she doesn't instantly tear me down. Instead, she helps build me back up. So if I had to boil it down, it would just be that.
That sounds so similar to what Kev said. We were talking about this the other day. Kev was expressing the same thing, that he's able to be himself and without judgment.
Was it today or yesterday? I don't know.
It was yesterday.
Recently.
I like to answer the question.
I'm sure you do. Did you even put a half a tap in this thing?
Huh?
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop on down.
Okay. All right, Mister. Mister, protect your blood pressure.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting warm in here. I'm gonna step on out.
All right.
Much love to you both.
Much love. Good night. Oh, we love you, man.
Okay, love you too, man.
Go ahead and kick me from your panel. Help that algorithm.
I got you. You gotta be talk. Why you not talking though? I need you to talk real quick. I need to ask Dang.
My bad.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I forgive
Sorry.
you. Like,
all right. So
go
the
ahead.
question is, why is it hard for people to forgive, like Erica Kirk today? I think it's hard for people to forgive because people don't quite, I mean, they know the definition of forgive, but they don't know the benefit of forgiveness. Okay. When you decide, okay, the only people, truly, the only people that can hurt you is the people that mean something to you, right? You African American man. I know people tied to you is like your bros, your cousin, your mom, your girl, your kids. Let's say your bro cross you, your best friend cross you. You feel like you've been hurt because it's like there's so much rapport and history with y'all. Like, why would he do this? You would actually first want to seek that out as to why, because you want to understand, like, I know you did me wrong, but I want to understand. Why do you want to understand? Because it benefits me to forgive you. It benefits me to not arbor hatred, because I don't want to walk around being, one, somebody's victim, being, two, filled with hatred, because it really doesn't feel good to have a messed up day because of what you did. They don't know the benefit of releasing. Like, I just can't harbor that. I just have to understand that, you was in a messed up position and you made messed up choices, and it had nothing to do with me. So yes, I forgive you. And I'm not totally perfect to where I haven't done the same, as far as I was in a messed up decision and made messed up, I mean, a messed up situation and made messed up decisions. Like, literally, I was so broke one time I had to take from the grocery store. Like, it happens, and that's against my morality.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Yeah, people just don't understand that because they don't understand the benefit. That's just where I'm landing.
Okay. All right. Because I believe she made she did it in a rare way, like I believe that's like a perfect example of how to forgive, staying true to God and put it in their heart, put it in her heart, and putting her own selfish mentalities and putting it to the side to say, that I understand that this person might not been at their right mind, and but I forgive you. I probably, I wish it didn't happen, but I still forgive you. I think
Absolutely.
that's kind of deep to actually gather that up, and I know she tore up in the inside, but she still gathered it up to
My
get herself together and still put that out there instead of picking
my
hatred.
yeah, like, my thing is Charlie Kirk, like, one thing I understood about him, outside of him, being a factual guy or where his political party was, above all, that man was a Bible reading follower of Christ. What he could
Hmm.
dig down to and, spit back out or regurgitate, like, it was in his family's history to do so. Like, he knows. And I doubt if that was something that he acquired and didn't share with his wife, like she was just a deer in the headlights in the relationship with it. I think that he led her, or they were just definitely in accordance with that, as far as being like true followers. And as much as it crushed her, like, I felt like she just had a spiritual weight on her to definitely state the fact that, you know for just the word forgiveness, I forgive him. She felt that in her spirit to say that, because look at the what would you call that, the environment that we're in today. There's so much hate. There's so much hate.
Mm.
If she went up there and she took it a certain way, then the outlook would have, I mean, just not even the outlook, but just the aftermath, you know it would have deterred a lot of people who are rooting for her. And a lot of people the people who are rooting for
Mm.
her are literally the same people. Like, we buy that book when it comes to morality, and we don't combat it. We might fall short, but we gonna get back up and we gonna try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
She did her thing. I am happy for her, but at the same time, I am saddened for her. I don't know why, the Father, the Creator, the highest of the high, allow certain things like this to happen. But I think his purpose definitely lies within the area of like martyrdom, where it's like in your passing, for one, like I'm a firm believer that you go on to be with the Lord if you follow the Lord. I believe he's with Christ now, so there's no sadness with me when it comes to that. But as far as in the actual like timing and the shaping of it, I believe he drew more people closer to Christ after the incident. And it sucks that it takes that to happen, but this ain't the first time, and it sadly won't be the last time. We have to look at who we actually follow. Christ. People were actually happy that when they came to realization, like, oh my God, you are the Christ, you are who you say you are. But they were mad at him because they didn't free him from what they call it was Roman rule. They thought the idea of a savior was, oh, you're going to take us from Roman rule. And it was totally misinterpreted. But it wasn't the people's fault that they were in the dark of what Christ's mission was. Christ came to check the people who were spiritually guiding them because they were being misguided. Before he came down to earth, the highest high was at his wit's end, and he was ready to do a total wipeout. And this is in the Bible. Christ, Jesus said, no, Father, send me. He volunteered. He volunteered to be an example of how you are to treat people. He saw the flaw. Like, one thing that people get misconstrued, they're like, oh, when you spit out verses or when you say this, it's sassy, it's deterring. It's not quite Christ-like. Baby girl, my Christ, the way he talked to them Pharisees, it was very sassy. It was very witty. They couldn't stand him
Let
because
me
they
get
were the problem.
yeah, let me get Lopez in real quick. Let me go back.
I've been listening, and I can't recite scriptures, but I've been talking to God as you guys been talking, and I believe that the reason why it's hard for people to forgive like she did today is because it makes people feel vulnerable to what God has promised to us. I don't think what's going on with him was a sad thing. I think it's because of what happened at his funeral. It brought people together as one, in what Christ promised, that it's going to be a better time for all of us when it comes to opening up the door to God again. Like I said, I can't say scriptures, but I believe that, I watched that funeral and I thought, those that didn't have a big belief, it opened the door for those. And I'm one of them. And I'm hoping that your platform has allowed me to, be transparent, be transparent for somebody who doesn't. I'm a God-fearing woman, but like I said, I hear a lot of your platforms, and I feel like I can't be part of them because I don't know a lot about it. So you guys talks to me about, what is promised to me, and that's what she did. She believed that, yeah, it hurts now, but this is going to bring us together as one in a time in a time that we're suffering so much in this world. It's just hard, to it's brought me closer. That it's a sad thing, but it was a blessed thing. And I don't know if that's bad to say or not right to say, but that's how I feel about this whole situation. And I have to give her so much admiration for what she did and what she's showing that she believes. She has to have a solid belief for this to have not torn her down and for her to forgive. It takes a big person with a big heart and a lot of faith.
Yeah.
So for me, that's for somebody who doesn't. I have faith, but it's shown me more faith. And that's all I have to say for that.
Okay.
That was beautifully said, Lopez. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
What would you say that you said something we were promised? What you mean by that?
We're promised a better life. We're promised. We're promised. For me, I think that this is just a stepping stone to walk through those pearly gates. And that's for me and what I believe in. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
For what I know personally with my relationship with God.
I see that. I can say that for you on that. But let's see. What's your point of view, and then I'm gonna do mine then.
Why is it so hard for people to forgive? Like Erica Kirk. I think it because people have not been practicing forgiveness, so it doesn't come easy to them. I think Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk has probably been, in their word and practicing it, and so when it came the time for it to be tested, it was something that they were ready for. And so yeah, a lot of people don't understand what true forgiveness is. A lot of people operate out of their own feelings and selfishness. So it's difficult for them to understand how somebody could forgive someone that did them so much harm. So yeah, they're operating off of the flesh and not their spiritual connection with God. That's it.
Amen. Amen. I think that's a big thing, right? I think even trying to tie what you believe in with fleshly things. That's the reason why it say like lean not to your own understanding, because a lot of times your own understanding will be, it'd be fleshly decisions and fleshly reasons, and it'd be like, all right, man, it's not fitting the way that I want it to, because it's not about what you want it to. It's about what God want overall, and that's the reason why he say to walk in spirit. So with that, if with forgiveness, your flesh is gonna desire majority of the time revenge, or it want to be satisfied. It want to be like, it don't want to be hurt no more. It want basically just the get back stuff or whatever. It want to match energy, all that stuff or whatever. That's just automatically what happens when, especially it's like a defense thing. So a lot of the times people don't feel justified when it comes to, this person did me bad, so I think and if everybody was to move that way, we wouldn't get nowhere in life though. So with the forgiveness thing, just like you said, about nobody's practicing it. They don't feel like they need to practice it. They just living in this lifestyle as you f me over, and people rather run away. It make them feel like they was defeated. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why people saying like, if you mess with me, I'm gonna do you 10 times worse or something like that. They come with all these sayings though, even though it's hurting more than helping. That's what's happening. It hurt them more than anything. They got this thing where they want to have this tough uh image and stuff. This, if you ever notice, like a lot of people today, and I noticed that they go back to pride. They want to have this image where uh that, and I think it's the defense mechanism, because the thing is, when people think forgiveness mean you're gonna get ran over, just like if you think they think if you love everybody you're gonna get ran over, people gonna take advantage of it. But it never say you don't have to have boundaries, and I think even the way she displayed it, it's kind of like what Jesus did. You know, while he was on the cross, he had all the ways of could have saying, "Hey, tear everybody up. They want to play with me. They don't want to get me." But the thing is, she actually understand people just like Jesus understood people. They like, he said, "Well, I know they did what they did, but forgive them for they know not what they do." I think that's a mindset that a lot of us gotta grow. But that takes a selfless type thinking and putting your pride to the side and empathizing, right? And having compassion for others that might not be on the same level as you. So you can't you're not gonna you gotta realize it's the type of world we living in, and it takes time for people to get to where you at. So it's like it goes with that saying, if you know better you do better. Which I don't know if that's even in the book, but I'm just saying it makes sense though, because once you know, it's like you can't. Even now with me, like, it's kind of hard to stay angry with a person or hold a grudge with people for so long, because I understand what forgiveness is. I can't feel bad, especially when I know that I grew more than the average person in different ways. What did it look like me stooping down to like they level, and like, you shouldn't have did that. You should have knew better, when I know that everybody don't know better. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Go to bed. Before she in the saying, I know I see you down there, Paul. Go to bed. All right. So that the thing with that though is like, once you, like I said, once you know better, you do have the mindset. Yeah, you do have you do have this thing where, like I said, you just show grace, right? Grace and mercy. That's one of the biggest things also. So, and for people that don't know, grace is giving somebody that they don't give them something that they don't deserve, and mercy is not giving somebody what they do deserve. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that is. King in the building. What's the deal, my brother? So that's what the difference is, because they almost sound the same though, but they different though. So I would say, like, a lot of times, even behind that, it helps you understand people more if you start forgiving. And the reason why I love this topic though, I love what she did, is that I'll be talking about that, especially us in the black community. Let's talk about the black community now. We are like the less forgiving, the most grudge having people of all time. Dang near, it feel like that to me. You got people that still mad at their aunties from when she said that she had small braids or something like that, since little kids, and they still thinking about that all the way until they grew up and stuff. They can't let it go. That was just their perspective of how they felt. How are you holding that against them all this time? You know what I'm saying? Or people still mad at their parents. The parents didn't know any better. Just because you a parent, that don't mean you know how to parent. Like, when people start realizing and growing, but that's how you tell. Like, forgiveness, it do take growth. It literally take mentality and understanding of people in general, how they operate. But people saying this thing would put that "but" at the end. I forgive, but, or you already don't forgive already. It's a wrap already. Once you got to make an excuse of why you shouldn't forgive, or why you don't. You're just saying it as a soundbite. A lot of us like to sound good, just like when people be saying that I'm working on myself, I'm loving myself, but then you ask them what is working and loving yourself, they get stuck. They talk about stuff that don't mean nothing. It's external things when it's supposed to be an internal job. So I'm gonna leave some meat on it, because I got a bunch to say with forgiveness. I could talk about that for a while though, but I'm gonna let some more people come in on that one. I thought I had seen somebody else that was in the thing. So Adele, what you got for me? Lopez, thank you. Baby, you on mute? I see you.
No, I was just gonna just let you know Adele's up here.
Oh, okay. We alive, we alive. Adele, hello.
Hey.
It's me. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Adele.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are y'all able to hear?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm in the hotel room. I don't have the best of Wi-Fi, so I just wanted to make sure I was coming through okay. And I definitely have a difference in opinion in regards to what it is that you said. Black people, at least in this country, has been forgiving people for far too long. And just to go along with the topic, why is it hard for people to forgive? I think that we've gone down the road of forgiveness long enough to know that it never worked out in our favor to forgive. My thing about Erica's Kirk's husband was that what he was going around and doing was intentional, and to forgive, like his wife, will be foolish. It's not like he was going around doing something that he wasn't aware that was causing harm. He was intentionally manipulating numbers to make them seem way more than what they really were. A lot of people use the term misinformation with him, and there was never misinformation. Misinformation is a mistake, and once you realize you make a mistake, you fix it. His was disinformation in the fact that it was intentional, that he was inflating these numbers and things that he did about black men and women, DEI, affirmative action, pilots, etc., etc., etc. My thing is with him, okay, being that white people are the majority of in this country, and majority of the crime in this country is committed by them, I don't understand why he felt the need to bring black people's issues up, being as though he's not a black man and he had no intentions on attempting to fix anything. He just used it as clickbait and talk, and to get people to talking. But my thing is, if you have a community where the numbers are far worse than what it is of the minority community that you're talking about, i.e., black people, you should make a concerted effort to fix your own house before you attempt to even think to speak, because he was never trying to fix black people's houses. So before you even fix your lips to fix or attempt to say that you're attempting to fix someone else's issues, you should start right in your home. So I don't have forgiveness in my heart when it comes to that man, because I know what he was doing was to cause harm, and he did cause harm. I don't have forgiveness for him or anybody. As I stated, from the time that we've been brought to this country, we've been a forgiving people, and unfortunately, 400 or 500 years later, it has not out. And that's where I land on that particular situation.
What make you think that? Let me ask you this: what make you think that he didn't check his own house before he checked everybody else?
Well, if he checked his own house and hasn't fixed his own house, which he hasn't, and that's just based on the numbers, he should
Leaving
continue
it.
to start there. Now, I know a lot of people, come at the same time. We're gonna come try to fix our. We need to see some results. We need to see if you before you attempt to go fix someone else's. And he just does not have those results. Because as we know, I would imagine that you know as well, white people they do the most murders, actual assault with kids of all peoples, murder and all of that. So it's like, hey, table discussions in your community, develop a plan, and maybe pass it on to a black leader in our community. Maybe we could use your plan to fix ours. But he never had a plan. He never had no proof or stats or anything to show that what he was doing was actually making any progress. So that's the problem that I have. Fix your own house first.
So is that reason why you say you can't forgive like she did? Because
No, I said I can't
because
forgive
they don't
because
know how
I
to
know what he
forgive.
was doing. No, I said I did. I can't forgive because I know what he was doing was on purpose. I know the numbers
Wait,
that
so
he was
he
using. He
guides your
knows it goes on.
forgiveness? He
I'm
control
sorry.
your forgiveness? Do he control
No,
your
I control my
forgiveness?
forgiveness. No, I
So
control
you
who I
saying
want to
you
forgive
can't
and who I
forgive
don't.
because of what Charlie Kirk did? How
Absolutely.
can you forgive your own family members or anybody else?
No, I don't speak to my dad, right? I heard you say something about you haven't
Oh
spoken
my
to your
gosh.
aunties.
Okay,
I'm
dang,
one of
this.
those.
Oh my.
I'm one of
Okay,
those
so it's
people. I
different
haven't
than I thought.
spoken to my dad in 15 years.
So,
Yeah, it's a
so
choice. So I'm
why is it?
telling you,
Let's
if you
talk.
want to,
Let's talk about that then. Why can't you speak to your family?
absolutely. So, absolutely. So we're not going to make it personally about me, right? Because this is about
You already
her.
said
But
it.
what I
You
will
mentioned it
say,
already. That's the whole point. That's
right?
why the
I brought
topic.
it up because I brought it up because I wanted you to know I was one of those people that I heard you speaking about earlier who didn't forget a auntie from years ago. Yes, that is me. So what I'm saying in regards to the whole thing about forgiveness is it's a choice, and if it's a choice on whether or not someone wants to forgive them, if it's not in their heart to forgive them, they're not going to forgive them, and that's the reason why I don't speak to my dad today. It's
Okay,
not in
so
my heart to forgive him, so I'm not going to.
what holds people back from forgiving? I'm trying to see what would be the reasons why people shouldn't forgive, or why is it so
But
hard? That's why the topic is like that. Why is it hard for
oh, I
people to
got you.
forgive?
I got you. I don't think that I don't think that it's an issue of it being hard or difficult. It's a choice of whether you want to or not. I just feel that some people sometimes they do things that are just you're not able to come back from, and that's okay
Why is that?
because it is. If you don't want to like someone, if you don't want to speak to someone, if you don't want someone in your energy and your space, it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. We're not all
Who
going to
said
get
that's
along. We're
okay?
not all going to like each
You
other.
convinced yourself that is okay. What made you feel like it's okay?
I mean, I'm still living. I'm fine. I'm on vacation, having
That
a
don't
time
have
of my
nothing to do
life.
with being okay. I didn't. I mean, it sounds like it's still bothering you because
So
you
I'm
never
okay.
forgiven it. Because when it comes
From
up,
your
No,
you can't be okay if
go ahead.
yeah, baby.
no, I was just gonna say, from your understanding of forgiveness, you have to like the person to forgive them.
No, from my understanding of forgiveness is just letting go of the situation or whatever it is that created the tension. You just let that go and you just move on.
Mm-hmm.
For me, right, for me, I don't want to do that. I want to remember. I want to hold that against you, and I'm going to use or leverage that to leverage that to make sure that I never allow it to happen again. So
How's
there's
that
no
helping you in your
forgiveness.
life?
It's not bothering me once at all. I just told you I'm on vacation.
It is though.
I'm
You can hear it's
fine.
bothering you. I mean,
No, it's
I don't think
it's
you're tricking nobody.
how you
We
gonna
can hear
tell
that
me
it's
what's
bothering you
bothering me? That's so
because I can
weird.
hear that it's bothering you. The
How
way
can you
you're
hear
talking, you
something's
can tell.
bothering somebody?
Because
I'm not.
even
I
the way
promise
you're
I'm
talking
okay.
is like we can see it's affecting you. You can't hide that. Like weird, you talking to
It's
people that know how to
not.
forgive.
It's
You
not. It's
you
not
can't you
bothering
can't
me.
I'm not you can't convince me though. I'm a person that know how to forgive, so
No, it's weird.
I
It's,
can
it's
tell
weird
how
that you.
unforgivable people talk. They all talk the same exact way. So
It's
you
so
know,
weird that you lump me in with unforgivable people. I
yes,
guess we're all
yes,
the same.
exactly. You get lumped.
Oh,
Yeah, you get
okay.
lumped because it's a whole different type of energy. Like they
Mhm.
can't they don't want to hear because it's like that's why everything negative. Y'all heard everything negative. You haven't said nothing positive, and
It's
yet
so
you're
weird.
saying that, and yet you're saying you're living a good life, but everything negative coming out your mouth. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't trick me. So you
No,
haven't
that
said
So
how much well you're doing.
it's so weird to me that you think that something negative came out of my mouth. I did not know that.
Everything was
No,
negative. You haven't said anything positive yet. You just saying every reason why
under,
you shouldn't forgive. You didn't say anything why you should. I mean, should
under,
forgive. You didn't say none of that. You just
under,
say I'm gonna do
under,
this. I'm gonna rub it in their face that I didn't forgive and all this other stuff. So it's like that's not.
understood,
You
and
don't get a
that's not
hand
what I
clap about
said.
that.
That's not what I said. That's what you heard.
Do you get my
I
point
said I
though?
no, I don't get your point because I don't think that your point is correct. I think that your point is very invalid,
But do you
and
even understand
obviously
it to
you
say that
feel.
it's correct or not?
I understand your point. I understand
What
that
did
you
I
think
mean
that
then?
people should. Oh, we're going to do the over talking, or are we going to talk, or I don't know how you operate
Not because
your life.
I'm not the therapist thing, so you're not about to explain the whole thing to me. I just want
I'm
to
not
know what
explaining
part do you
anything to you.
understand.
Actually, I wasn't explaining nothing to you. I was having my opinion. You were having yours. If you're
No,
done,
we're not
if
talking
you're
about
not
opinions.
listening to
So
my opinion,
we're
you
not
can.
doing a. See that it's messing you up so
I
bad you can't
something.
have a conversation right now.
Yeah,
Well,
So
no,
I
I guess
I was
what?
just
I'm
gonna
so
ask.
confused because we were having a very good conversation, but all of a sudden it just became combative. I
it's
guess
all
because I
right.
don't
It's all
agree.
right. I'm not the one that hurt you.
Okay,
Okay, you can.
okay.
I'm not mad.
Adele,
Hey, Rachel.
hey, Adele,
I'm confused.
do
We were
you
having a
do you
very good
notice?
conversation.
Okay,
I don't know where it went left.
so
But go ahead.
when you do engage in like conversations with people that you like have not forgiven, like do you automatically cut them off, or do you like are you able to coexist?
Absolutely not. So my dad and I still have to coexist when I go home for
Okay.
right
So
family
okay,
outings and stuff.
with that
Yeah.
being said, okay. So do you often when you engage with them, do you often is there an emotional response majority of
No.
the time?
No, because people that I don't forgive for whatever the situation is, I don't usually put myself in a situation to be around them. So, and unfortunately, he's my dad. So when we have family things, when I'm there, when he says hello, I says hello back, and that's it. We just move on. I make sure not to be within the vicinity at that point. I don't keep those people around me because I don't want to.
What the heck did
That's
your
just
daddy do?
basically It's just basically how how things operate
I mean,
when
but
I'm around
I
him.
mean, you do understand that like a lot of the times that is just a way of protecting yourself and your emotions, right? It's not like the most healthy way to operate around people.
Oh, absolutely. I can agree with you there. Now, just to be clear in regards to this conversation, I'm not saying not forgiving people is wrong or right. I'm just saying people have the choice of whether they want to or not. I don't think that it's anyone's place to try to reprimand someone for not wanting to be a person who forgives, and that's okay.
Do you
If you guys
I
are
ain't gonna
people who
judge a
forgive,
person about the judgment. That's
Wait,
funny.
do you feel like it's reprimand or like okay, because I'm coming from a place of
no, not you,
encourage.
Rachel. I was talking about the host. Like I was getting beat up for a second, and I'm just like, wait, what
That's how you
happened?
feel. That's how you
That's
feel.
how
I
I
mean, once you
felt.
learn to forgive, you wouldn't have. Boy, I can. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I think he's just passionate about like because he understands the
The power of
how much
forgiveness.
yes, and
Uh
how
huh.
much trauma people carry around when they have a difficult time forgiving. And most of the time when you don't forgive, it tends to like you tend to lash out on other people and it just transfers,
You
right?
must
you
forgive
didn't you didn't
yourself.
really you didn't really get rid of it, it just transfers into another relationship. So it's just encouraging, like, introspective look at something that may help better your life.
Absolutely. So here's how I look at it. Right. It depends on the situation, and if I feel as though the situation is something that I can move forward from. If it's a situation that I can move forward from, then we forgive, we move on. If I personally feel like someone has done something that I feel you just can't come back from it, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to move on. And that's just how I see it. Sometimes people do things in regards to CK, Charlie Kirk. I feel that he has done things that you just can't come back from,
Like
unfortunately.
what?
So if he were still with us
Like
today,
what?
that wouldn't be somebody that I feel personally that I can forgive.
What did he do so bad?
So
Well,
to me, Adele, if the threshold is like Charlie Kirk, like he literally can't come back from anything, like for you to forgive, I think your threshold is very low. Like, I don't know. I would love for you to look into something called differentiation of self, right? And it's literally learning how to separate your emotions from um uh what would you call it? It's really learning how to separate your emotions from the the logic, I guess. It's hard to explain, but a lot of it is attached to our traumas. Like a lot of the emotional responses are attached to trauma. And so I would just encourage you to look that up. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to push you to do anything else that you're not trying to do, but
no, and I'm just to be honest with you, I probably would not. I think a lot of people think that there's some sort of psychological reason or something of that nature that needs to be looked into people who don't forgive. I think people who don't forgive has just forgiven enough, and they've just seen where it lands. And unfortunately, it's just not. It just hasn't been the best place, and that's okay. I would never
I'm
try
gonna
to put
ask you
it.
this then.
Well,
Sure.
Are you
differentiation of self is not just about forgiveness. It's really about emotional being able to separate yourself from the event and the emotions that you are feeling.
Oh, I would never want to do that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, host. You were saying something.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would recommend like, um, you planning on like being with anyone or or having friends.
I'm sorry. I
I say
heard
you
some.
planning on having friends or being with anyone
What do you mean, like in a relationship?
in general. Yeah, you relationship. You can say that. Yeah.
Well, I'm in a relationship already.
So, I think forgiveness that's a very
How
big
long?
tool.
How long y'all been together?
We have. Let me see. So we moved to Atlanta last year, and the year before that. So a
Oh
total of
no,
three.
Malaysia up here. Oh my gosh.
What's up, Kev?
A total of three,
Long
Rachel.
time. What's up, man?
Okay.
What's the topic? What's going on?
We were saying
You
why
see
people
them
Y'all
back.
getting
can't
You
personal.
say, "Oh
be
my
forgiven.
gosh."
Cause y'all getting personal.
Huh?
Oh, I think he may was
Why is it
trying to
hard for
help me with
people to
forgiveness and stuff
forgive?
like that, and not bringing it into relationships and stuff like that.
We're just having a conversation. I mean, he could end it anytime he wanted to, so he was still continuing.
All right. Why is
Damn.
it so hard to us to? I forgive people. I forgive
Hold
people
up, Adele.
because.
I ain't. I mean, I. Ain't, oh, I mean, Malaysia. I ain't done with a deal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought y'all wanted me to speak on the topic, but go
Nah,
ahead.
ain't nobody called you now. I just said what's up. But
What's up, Kev?
I did.
Yeah, so
Hey, I know you ain't laughing at this, so no, I'm stop. All right, but I was about to say, no, in general, I was just saying the reason why I was asking, do you? Because you said you in a relationship,
uh
so
huh.
this person have not done nothing that you feel that or ask for forgiveness for anything like this that you're with. Like
Yes,
you ask for forgiveness.
absolutely. And again, I think that you guys are misinterpreting. I always said
No, I
there's
just
some
asked.
things.
I was just asking a question. I
No,
was
I
just saying.
get
'Cause
you, but I'm
I can't
saying
misinterpret nothing you ain't tell me because you didn't even want to tell me why you didn't forget your father.
right.
So
And I know when
yeah,
you never asked me, at least if I didn't hear you ask. But no, what I was saying, the misinterpretation is I can be a person who forgives. I just said there are some things that you can't come back from, that you
give
just
me an
can't be
example.
forgiven from. I gave you the example with Charlie Kirk.
You mean no?
Charlie,
I wouldn't say that. It's some things you choose to not forgive. You can't say can't
absolutely.
come back. There's something you choose
Absolutely.
not to. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
Because
So that
I also said forgiveness is a choice. So you are correct. I agree.
yeah,
And for
yes,
But
me
yes.
personally,
forgiveness is for you, not for the other person.
it's not for me. It'll never be for me. I'll always be okay.
What?
I will be okay. I
Oh
promise.
wow.
I won't die if I don't forgive you. I promise I will be okay.
You would be bitter.
I'm not bitter. I don't even have to deal with these people. I don't
Mm,
All
have to
right.
see these
Y'all
people.
got it.
We do. If you didn't come to offer anything, y'all had anything else I wanted to ask? Because people getting upset and I don't understand why.
Nobody's getting upset.
no.
I'm just
You
saying
sound upset.
you can hear the bitterness in your voice, but it's
You
fine.
sound upset.
Adele, you have more inflection in your voice than anybody here. Like,
Yes,
Thank
because
you.
because I don't like I
you
don't like
don't.
the I don't like the tone in which this going bitter and all of this stuff. We don't have
Okay,
to get into the names.
But I'm saying
Let's
if you
not do
don't
literally,
that.
forgive,
Adele, but literally,
someone,
you could have stopped. Like, literally, we said move on, but
No, no, we could have been stopped. But what I'm
yeah.
saying
So
is we
you
can.
can
yeah.
But
stop.
what I'm
You
also
can
saying is
literally
we.
stop it right
What
now.
I'm also saying is we can continue to go, but we don't have to be disrespectful. We don't
It
have to do the
wasn't
names. She just called
disrespectful.
me bitter. That's disrespectful.
That is
That's
an
why it's giving.
that's an
That's why the
opinion.
inflections are coming.
That's
You
Whether
don't
it's an opinion or not, it's still
don't you know
disrespectful to
bitter? The
her.
fact no bitter. You know the definition of bitter.
Bitter's not a bad
Please
thing.
tell me.
and she also said
Bitter is something
he
you
said you
basically claim that you
sound
are.
bitter.
You literally said that's what you are. You said you choose
No.
to no. I'm just saying in a way
Choose
because
to
you might
not
not use
forgive
that.
someone.
Not
And
yes,
right,
right.
and
That
y'all have
mean
taken my choice.
that is That's what bitterness
So y'all
is,
have
though.
taken my choice to not forgive
Yes.
someone to say
You're
I'm bitter.
you're
That's
displaying.
okay.
You're
take
No,
your
that's what I'm saying.
oh my.
First of all, there's
Yeah,
too
that's
many
his.
people talking. Who's
They're all
talking?
No,
right
no, no.
now.
Okay, let me just say this real quick. No, I'm just saying they're not wrong. They're not calling you out your name or being disrespectful. That is just what it is. That's bitterness, or you're holding resentment and stuff.
I'm
So
not
I don't know.
holding
They
resentment. I just said I don't
yes. That's
forgive
why you
you.
choose not to forgive. That's what
No,
happens.
that could be a part of my choice if I wanted it to be. But I never gave you a
Look
reason
up the
why.
definition. Do you look up definitions? Let me look at the. I
I
gotta look it up
don't.
for you. Let's see
Please,
what bit.
please tell me what the definition of bitter.
Also,
And
also
maybe I got it wrong.
Malaysia didn't call you bitter.
She did.
She said it sounds bitter, or
I
No,
you.
she
didn't call
said
you
you're
bitter.
bitter.
No, she said you
No, I
sound
didn't
No,
say
bitter.
she
that.
said you're bitter.
Huh?
That's
I
what
said if
she
you don't
said.
if you walk around not forgiving people, you're going to be bitter. That's what I said, but not you
Okay.
personally.
Well, you go be bitter, Malaysia. I wasn't even talking to you.
No,
So stop.
Adele. Oh
Dang!
my
What
lord,
the?
Adele. That's what I'm trying to.
No,
Adele,
You're
that's what I'm
I'm,
displaying bitterness.
saying. That's what I'm
listen,
saying.
You got to
listen.
get that hate
Reacting.
out your heart. You got
You're
to forgive
reacting
people
with
for
your
your.
emotions.
No, I'm reacting on
You got
somebody calling me bitter. We've been having a
you got to
conversation
forgive,
without name calling for the
Oh.
longest.
sir.
Please
You
don't
got to
tell me what
forgive
I am.
people. You got to forgive people for
I
yourself,
don't
not for
have to
them.
do anything. Why do
So
Would
you're going
you?
to
what?
you're
So
going to
Adele,
carry.
would you say you are hurt because that happened with you and your father?
Absolutely. That's why
Okay,
I
there
Right,
you go.
don't
and you're
forgive.
carrying that,
So
and
I'm
you're
glad that
carrying that hurt.
I'm glad you answered that though. So let's look up the definition of bitter. It say of people of their feelings or behavior, anger, hurt, or resentful because of one's bad experience or sense of unjust treatment. So
Give
that
Okay.
will be
clap.
considered
Give
bitter.
yourself a clap, my love.
Absolutely. And
Man,
so Malaysia said, I walk around
Thank you,
being bitter. And
Kevin.
I said, no, I don't.
No, she didn't say
Yes, she
you walk
did.
around being bitter.
Yes,
She
she
said
He
did.
know he's
she's
bitter. He's
she said if
projecting.
you
It's fine.
continue.
I
Girl, you
did
made me
say it.
bitter.
You are bitter.
You made me.
Okay.
But how did you go into calling names? Like,
Listen, do not put any words on me, definitions,
He
bitter,
just read the
happy,
definition to you.
hateful, whatever it is
but
that you want to
It's
say.
you
not
are
One
hurt.
hateful
second,
though.
Rachel, if
You
you
are
don't
hurt,
mind,
but
Rachel.
you are hurt
If
based
you
off of a
don't
past
mind,
You're going off
experience.
on
Rachel, I would
everybody.
like to finish my point. The problem that I have with
Listen
you
to the
guys
voice.
is because I'm not a forgivable person, for a forgiving person. All of a sudden, all of these definitions
You're
that
hurt. You
Okay,
said
you
it
all right, we'll
yourself.
take it
one
back.
second, Malaysia, I wasn't
The-
talking to you.
okay.
That's the problem. You're
You
minding
want
business
God
that's
to
not
forgive you.
yours.
You're
I'm
telling your
talking
You
to
want
business.
God to
Rachel.
forgive
You're
you. I
telling
got a
your
question.
business on a panel full of
I'm
people.
talking to Rachel. You wasn't even on the panel when I
the
was talking.
voice about to come
All
out
right,
of
let me
me.
just
You
I got a
wasn't, baby.
question.
You
let
don't
me
want to
just
go
hear
back and
let
forth
me
with me.
just
You
hear
won't
what
win.
Adele.
Oh,
Let me
sis,
just
I
hear him
man.
promise.
real quick.
I'm not
Go
trying to
ahead,
win
Adele.
anything. You need to let that hurt go though.
No, no, you
I
need
just
to
got a
get
Okay,
some,
question.
and maybe you won't look 50
now you
years old in
just
your
trying
You
to now
guys,
face.
you just
listen,
instigate.
listen. You obviously like Adele, you lead with more emotion. Can you agree to that?
Absolutely not. We
Uh,
were all having a fine
no, no, no.
conversation
I'm
before.
just
One
saying,
second, Rachel, how are you
Adele.
asking
No, I'm
questions?
saying
How
no.
are you asking questions if you're
I'm
not letting
saying
me answer it?
don't
Are you going
think.
to let me answer the question or no?
I'm saying don't think
Are
about
you going
anybody
to let me
else.
answer the question or no?
Yes, but
Thank
don't.
you so much.
I'm
So no.
clarifying the question for
So
you.
no, I don't lead with emotions. I believe we all were having a productive conversation before the word bitter was brought into the conversation. We were learning things from each other, and now it's just
Can you
become
forgive
toxic.
her?
But you
Can you
just heard the
forgive her for
definition
saying
of
that?
I
bitter
don't
though.
know her.
But you
She's
just heard the
nobody to
definition.
me.
You just heard the
You don't gotta
definition
know
of
people to
bitter.
forgive them.
I don't know her. Why do I need to forgive Malaysia when she looks like she's from Liberty City?
Well,
Adele, can you,
I
Adele,
feel sorry. I feel
Adele,
sorry
can
for
you,
you.
Influence.
Hold on,
can you
Mr.
let me
I
Sir.
seen
answer the
that
prompt?
coming.
Hey,
All
can
right, we
I
got you. We
please
got you.
just
We got
jump
you.
in
So
for a second? I got a
yeah.
real
So
question.
cuz you
Yeah,
next, then I'm gonna
go
get
ahead, Daenerys.
Malaysia. Then this is Marie next. All right, go ahead. Everybody get 2 minutes.
I
Y'all
just
can
got
get
a
this out of here. What happened? What?
I think you got a phone call.
Yeah, he said he had a
no,
question.
no. I ain't got no phone call. My phone dying.
Oh
Oh
no.
But
my.
I got a real question though. So, Mr. Sir Adele, do you want God to forgive you for any sins that you have committed?
Now, why would God need to forgive me for anything? I am a saint. Now, do you want to ask the question you really want to ask, or you want to beat around the bush? I know you got a better question than that. You can say it. Don't be scared.
Ooh,
Don't be scared of it. Be aware of it.
You
I'm
know
a
the question. You know the question that he asking. Like, why you just gotta? Why you can't just answer the question?
Why are you talking to me?
Do you want God to forgive you for being
Oh,
gay?
weird.
Oh my God, Melissa.
So where was the young man with the question? Go
Oh
ahead and
my.
Do
ask
you
the
want
real
God to
question.
forgive you for being part of the
Oh
rainbow
my
community?
God. Oh my God.
Malaysia. Stop being Malaysia right
That's
now.
what
Just
he
give it a
asking.
minute.
That's
All
what
right,
he's
man.
asking.
No,
And
no.
Adele know that, but Adele's being
I know exactly what
He
he's
Adele.
just
asking.
saying.
And I asked him to be a man to ask it. I didn't ask you to be a man. Tone down the masculinity, Malaysia.
Adele want to
Stay
be
in a
Adele.
woman's
So
place.
Adele want to be Adele. So
Stay in a
go ahead,
woman's place.
ask the question, sir.
And stop acting like a man. He's a man. He can speak for himself.
Sorry, ask the question, sir.
Looking 80 years old in your profile picture. Girl, go wipe that makeup off your face.
Oh,
Alright, well, he only got like 30
So
more
I guess that
minutes,
was
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janelle,
I
are
asked
you
a
done? You
direct
only got 30 seconds left, baby.
yes. I asked the direct question. And it didn't need no extra interpretation, none of that. I asked the direct question.
Yeah.
Amen. All right, so Malaysia, you next, and then we gonna get Marie.
I think, like I said earlier, I think we should forgive people because it's the forgiveness is not for the other person; it's for us. So we won't walk around with that hurt, with that shame. It's just like baggage that we don't need on each other because we can't focus on what's going on in front of us because we're so focused on the past. And it's like we can't relive it, we can't do it, we can't change it. So why not forgive yourself for allowing it to happen? You can forgive yourself for feeling the way you felt. You can just I think forgiveness is a good thing, and I learned to forgive myself for allowing things to happen to me, or forgiving myself for putting myself through certain things because everything that I went through in life, it all reflects back to me. So yeah, I mean, me and my mom had a couple issues, but we had a conversation. We sat down. I told her how I felt and how things made me felt, and she told me her side of the story. We both may not agree with each other, but it felt good to me to even express that to her and for her to express that to me. And our relationship has been better ever since. So I think it's good to forgive for yourself. That's what I think.
I'm proud of you, Malaysia. I'm proud. Marie, what you got for me?
Alright, so, uh,
Hmm? You there? What happened? You gotta mute it, unmute it. I don't know what the glitch is having.
Dang, she been sitting on the panel waiting this whole
All that time, right? That was
first
crazy.
thing to mess up.
He said, "Oh, my turn. Now let's mess up."
Wait, is the belief that not forgiving causes misery?
Yeah, I believe that.
Um,
Yeah, majority of the time I do.
I
it's
believe that because
just
grow,
it's
cause
just
growing.
it's just
Well, I'm
more
sorry.
likely. It's just more likely because most people just don't have that ability to
Regulate their
really,
emotions.
yeah, manage their emotions, really understand why they are operating or off of their emotions, and and other people's
can
emotions.
can
It
y'all hear
takes a
me?
lot.
We
There
can hear
you
you
go.
now. Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm
I
sorry,
think
I
Like
didn't know
five
if I
forgiveness
seconds.
is a tool that can be used to better manage your emotions.
Alright, can I finish my thought? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Your phone was
Go
breaking up. Go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. But okay, so
We forgive you.
so forgiveness isn't something you just do one time. That's why it's hard for people to forgive
Man,
because because forgiveness is
I'm over here trying to
something
put a timer on. We just messing with these buttons. Me and my baby just trying. I'm like, dog. She done made me clap by mistake. Go ahead.
forgiveness is something that you have to do every single day. So so it's something that you have to do every single day until you stop thinking about why you're upset or because of the hurt or stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's and it and it people say all the time like it's not for the other person, it's for you. And there is some truth, but it could also be for that other person as well, because it says, in the Bible that love covers a multitude of sins, and forgiveness is also uh, like a signal, or I'm sorry, English is not really my first language, so I don't know how to say it, but it's also an act of love. It can be an act of love. Um, and so that's why it's really hard, because people, they're selfish, they're prideful, and I'm guilty of this too. I'm selfish, I'm prideful, and when someone hurts my feelings, it's not easy for me to forgive. And I've held bitterness in my heart, and there's someone currently in my life that I struggle with every single day to forgive, that I have to deal with every
And what's
single
that you
day.
said you hold in your heart?
Um, Pride
Bitterness.
and selfishness and
You said
bitterness.
bitterness. Who you not
Okay,
trying to
got it.
forgive?
But
I was just trying to. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm saying that because, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. And it even says it in the Bible that not no one is a saint. No one is perfect. No one but God. No
I'm
one but
perfect.
Jesus Christ is perfect,
I'm
right?
perfect.
So, so
Marie?
What's up with your phone, Marie? Mm.
The phone bitter.
Oh,
So
I
oh
mean,
host,
my God.
I guess she would know that through experience. So she could empathize. Okay, all right. So
That is
yeah, so
crazy.
host, what I was commenting to you was
It
just
said,
like,
why is
sorry,
it so hard
I
for
don't know.
people to
Yeah, I don't
forgive
know what,
like Erica Kirk today, not
yeah,
forgive
one
her?
second, 1 second. I'm talking, who's the lady that was just talking?
I'm the one who told you to read it again.
Okay, yo, chill. So whoever was just talking, I respect what she said because I do believe in forgiveness as well. I just don't believe in forgiveness when it comes to people like her that actually
One
believe in
second. One
truth.
Listen, are
second.
you
One
reading it
Just
second, one
one second.
second.
Wait,
wrong?
wait, wait, wait.
I'm
Wait a
about to
Yo,
minute.
say y'all
people
just
can
Wait a
have their
minute.
own takes.
Wait
He
a
I
can't
minute.
read.
Wait a minute, because Middle Road was sitting up here
right.
patiently, and I don't know
okay, go
when
ahead. Yeah,
Janet
go ahead.
just.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead. No
so
problem.
all right. So hold on 1 second. Hey, Middle, how you doing?
We forgive you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you guys too.
That's
Same here.
right. That's right.
Good, good evening.
But I don't forget you.
I don't forget you. Yeah.
I don't like my opponent. He said, I
They're
hate
so
my opponent.
silly. Yo, it's Saturday. This is wild. Um, Middle, go ahead. What do you
can
think
y'all
on the
hear me?
prompt? It says, why is
Yeah,
it
you
Your
hard
can
for
hear
phone
you
go
people
now.
in and
to...
out, Marie.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
Well, we don't skip you. Somebody else turn.
I
All
mean,
right.
she had a good amount of
I
time.
mean, can I have a moment because you guys just clearly don't want me to
No,
You
you
are
finish?
just
But
next,
go
Jaina.
ahead.
You got to pay attention.
okay.
You just can't just
All
walk in the
right.
live and just say it's my turn. You
All
got to
right.
wait. So
All
right
right.
at the middle row, you next. All right, yeah.
Yes, and please mute up. Go ahead.
Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up.
All right. He says, why is it hard for people to forgive like Erica Kirk today? Well, first of all, how do we know how Erica Kirk even forgives? Each of us has a mindset predicated upon past experiences and what we've taken from them, which is why I asked the question, did we think that that I'm not forgiving equals misery? For a lot of people, they say, you know what? I don't forgive you, but I don't worry about you either. They're not walking around bitter at all. They're not concerned with you, but they also understand I don't forgive you either. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can do
Do you
both at the
forgive,
same
you
time.
forgive yourself?
Hold
So, I
up.
mean,
And why is
I'm
this
Timer
sorry.
not on here? Hold up.
Now he got to reclaim his time.
I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry.
He
I'm
didn't even
sorry.
have a time anyway.
Mm-mm.
herein lies the problem. Like I just said, We come to the table with a mindset predicated upon past experiences and what we take from them. Very often when we talk, we're trying to project our view of the world on someone else, thus the question that was just asked. Having no idea who and what I am and what I've been through, how you ask that question is based on how you think about the world. Therein lies the problem. I don't have to see the world the way you do. So if someone says, hey, I don't forgive you, but I don't worry about you either, that's got nothing to do with me forgiving myself. It's a conflation of an idea. It's not even necessary. Again, I cannot forgive you and not be concerned with you. Just walk away. That's it. No more, no less. People do it every day. And I step back from there.
I'm about to say it's dang near impossible to choose not to forgive somebody without being bitter behind it. So in the definition, it means you are so hurt that you chose not to forgive this person. And then forgiveness is not because it come out your mouth. And that's what people don't really understand. Everybody think forgiveness got to do with an apology. They feel like it's me coming out my mouth and saying forgive, but then they actions show that they don't forgive. So yeah, people don't know what forgiveness is. You know, and then the simple fact of even saying that it don't have it all the time. It deals with being bitter or resentful.
Let me
Because
ask you a question.
the reason why is because you were hurt at one point, and then you say, I'm not going to forgive you, or I'm not going to say anything. So it took hurt at first. Nobody just don't ask for forgiveness if they didn't get hurt. So that's how that happens. So to not act like or own up and say that I have been hurt or I was not bitter, that's just being disingenuous from this point.
Do you
Or
feel
you don't just don't know what forgiveness is.
here's a question for you, because you're doing exactly what I said. Do you feel you're in the position to psychoanalyze my life? Yes or no?
Yep. Yep.
You are?
Yep. Because I know what forgiveness is, unlike a lot of people don't.
Then
So I can tell off action. I know how to vet.
And that tells us there's no sense in ever having a conversation. If you feel that you're in
No.
a position, having no idea who and what I am or what I do, to psychoanalyze my life, that tells me you're coming to the table with a mindset. I'm not going to
Exactly.
talk about
Yeah.
your
No,
I know
mindset.
what a bitter. I know
we're
what a.
talking about forgiveness, though. We're not talking about
Yeah,
your
we're not
life.
talking
No, let
about
me.
your life.
I,
We're talking about forgiveness.
right. I was just about to say that he just jumped to the life. I specifically, I can tell an unforgiving person because I know just like it's called a vetting, right? I know people. I don't even know if people know how to vet anyways, though. They just pick people. But yes, you can tell if a person is bitter or not. You can tell when a
You
person
can
is
tell how they
angry, all this
speak.
stuff. Yes, how they speak, how they act, and how they move. Though, if you can't, I feel like that's just a personal issue. You know, some people have not took the time to themselves to even recognize if it was in front of them. So
It comes,
yes,
it
I can
comes back.
tell. So
It comes back to the
you asked
same
the wrong
question.
person when it came to that.
It comes
Huh?
back to the same question. What I say is my life or anyone's life, right? You
We're
know, I
not
don't like.
talking about your life, though.
Okay, can we let Jana go ahead and
We
get
can let
her
her finish, and
Did
then we go
Lopez
back to that.
go?
We go back to that.
huh?
Yo,
Yeah,
and
you
Go ahead, there you go.
yo, Malaysia, I need you to chill because baby girl, no one's trying to fight you here.
Okay.
Okay, you got it out your system. All right,
Yeah,
cool. So
please
go ahead,
just chill
Jana. You
a
got
little
two.
bit.
You got two.
All right.
You
So
must. You know
basically,
you ain't forgive her. You still on her neck.
no, definitely not. Just I can see her kind of, coming for people. So just relax a little bit.
Don't waste
But
your minute on
anyways,
me.
you see? Anyways, so I definitely, like I said, believe in forgiveness. That's 100% something I believe in. Clearly, I believe in forgiveness because I haven't come for her. No, I'm joking. But still, seriously though, with your prompt, this lady, Erica, Kirk, I don't believe she believed in forgiveness with the things she has said. I came up here for the prompt. She has said things towards children, just like her husband has said things towards children that are getting unalived. I don't know if you know host. Towards, hold on. I know you want to talk, Malaysia. It's my turn. But what is it? Towards Palestinian kids, right? She laughed about them getting unalived. So people like that, any other people, to be honest, I can forgive. I'm a very forgiving person. Like even in my religion, like it's a thing to forgive. But when people are coming for people that just have no way of protecting themselves, aka children, like people that are suffering in the world, I don't forgive people that laugh at them, make them feel like, make them feel like it's a joke because they're doing better. Clearly, yo, are you dumb? It's about Erica Jane. You're not understanding, Malaysia. And just be quiet. Why am I even focusing
It's
on
not
you?
about Erica.
Be
It's
quiet.
about
Hello,
forgiveness.
look in the background of the host. It
But
says Erica,
it's about
Erica
forgiveness,
Kirk.
though.
Erica Kirk. Hello.
It's about
Can this girl just be quiet? God damn, yo, you are so annoying.
Ugh.
Anyway, so I'm done. Whatever. Holy shit, this girl's annoying.
Okay, so because you did
God
make
damn.
like this, you said that she was laughing about children
Fucking girl, can't even
unaliving.
be quiet for
Do
2
you
seconds.
have Janet? Do you have the video?
Okay, so thank you for asking, Rachel. And please just, can this girl be quiet? Because she's hurting my head already. So, Rachel.
Uh-huh.
No, Rachel. So I do actually have a few videos. I'll send it to you.
the prompt is not
Basically,
about Erica, though. The
No,
prompt is
like
about forgiveness.
okay. Yo,
She
is
just
this girl?
asked
This
her
girl
about
want to be the main
Erica.
character?
Rachel,
Malaysia,
Rachel,
shut your mouth for 2 seconds.
Rachel, she's misunderstanding the prompt.
Malaysia, are you
no,
okay in the
that's
head?
fine, Malaysia. But I
Be
always like to
quiet.
double check
Rachel
what
is
people.
asking me a question,
I like
Malaysia.
to
You
double.
interrupt
Oh my god,
everybody.
yo, y'all. Oh my god.
Like they little kids or something.
Yo, no.
It's like-
Seriously,
Like
Rachel, I
each
don't know what's
other.
wrong with this girl, but she won't let anyone
No,
talk.
but
She
you're
interrupted middle.
also,
She's interrupting
but
me.
you're
Like,
also exemplifying the same
well, because she's
behavior.
literally like,
No,
I hate
you
people that don't
cannot.
have self-control.
No, you cannot lose control based off of someone
Okay,
else.
cool, but it's just like it's a little annoying and it's
Yeah,
but
but
it's a
that's
bit
not
late,
the
you know.
excuse for you losing
Anyway, so
control.
no, tell her to
Okay.
just control
All right.
yourself.
So okay. So do you have like
I don't want to like go off on her, so I'm trying to, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
oh my god.
But anyways,
You
we're
already
good.
did go off.
Yo, trust me, I didn't go off on you because
All right, one of y'all gotta drop.
But
One
no,
of y'all gotta
Rachel, I'm
drop.
saying,
I just
Rachel,
need you to
Too
chill the
much.
fuck out,
This is
Malaysia.
too
Like,
much.
chill out, please. Like,
One of y'all gotta go.
So I'm gonna drop Malaysia for now because y'all know
Thank
she ain't gonna
you,
stop for the
because the
moment.
girl
So
won't
I'm
stop talking.
so Jana, we gonna go right to. We do want you to
Okay.
we need you to pull the videos up. You ain't gotta
Okay,
send
so
it. Pull it up.
listen.
Yeah. Pull
Okay,
it up.
so what do you mean pull it up? Pull up the actual video?
So that you made this
Yeah, you
thing
don't
where
have a
you
different
said that she
device?
laughed at the
Okay,
kids. We
so
need to see.
no. I said that she believes, just like her husband, which she actually set up. If you guys, if you know, you know.
You said she laughed.
Hold on. I said she took it lightly. Laughed. I was
Oh
exaggerating.
no.
1
She
second,
gotta
Rachel.
Nah, you gotta go.
She
No.
took it lightly.
No, the type of accusation you made, you gotta go. No, I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that. Saying that she laughed at children unaliving and then coming. No, you gotta go. Like I don't deal with people who lie to make a point.
Man, that's crazy. And then was not about to pull up not a piece of video. They just saying stuff. As I said, that don't sound right. But let's go back. I think I'm pretty sure. Cause I know middle road. You be trying to you want people to feel this, this thing where you make it. I guess this is like a thing where you say that, well, this people are them. It's different, and so I get that, right? But you had to have a thing where you are able to identify certain things, even if it was in front of you or just like observation, right? So for us, it's this mentality where we be like, well, you can't tell what another human being is doing. You can't, and to say that it's like a defeated type thing, as in like, well, let people be them because you got to only go by their word. And that's how people get played. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just to say, well, if a person was like to come out their mouth like, I am a holy person or something like that, and I just got to go based off of that, and you just saying I don't have to vet that person because if they say it, I basically got to believe them because you said that, because people operate different. You can't tell people about people. But I highly disagree with that. But if you do the work, yes, you can tell what people is if they live up to what they say, because we know that actions speak louder than words for the most part. You could be wrong or right about the situation, but for the most part, to not be able to make a judgment about a certain person or certain people that display this constant thing of display, like we was talking about bitterness, right? We should know what bitterness look like, sound like, or even act like. To change the definition of bitterness to fit somebody's feelings, I think that's a problem right there. Because that means people are gonna get away with a lot of things and stuff. Well, I'm not bitter. You can't tell me I'm bitter. You know what I'm saying? But and yet every last time they open their mouth is something like, man, but F them, and I tried to convince myself a while ago. I was like, I know I'm good. I mean, these chicks ain't do nothing to me. But I went from saying chicks to call them the B word. These B's ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, but they don't affect me. It's just like when men keep on acting like that the world don't hurt them. They always want to say I'm good, I'm doing good, or something like that. But then their actions is not showing that they doing good. They gotta sit there in the car all day, or they gotta do all this stuff. It's like, no, in reality, we can't go off people's word. That's how you get manipulated. So yes, it's a time where you can sit back and sit back and be observant of people and tell if people are bitter or not. I mean that's just how it is. You can't just change up the word bitterness to make everybody feel good. That's all I'm getting to about that.
Okay, I think you're saying a lot of different things at the same time. When I said to you that a person says, you know what, I don't forgive you, and they go about their business, how do you now tell in your mind, as you say that they're bitter by basing it on their actions? They're not concerned with that person. They don't go around that person. They don't even mention that person. So where do you say that person must be bitter? To your point, there are those who will be bitter and just basically, as you say, they can't stand to be around a person. They say all kind of crazy crap. They exist. I'm not referring to them. What I said was basically, I said essentially this here. You cannot forgive and not be concerned at the same time. It's just that simple. And the belief that somehow I have to forgive you to
Who
move
told
forward.
you that?
I'm 63 years of age. I've seen it a lot.
That don't mean
It's not
nothing. I don't know
possible.
why people be saying that. That don't mean
Okay,
nothing. All right,
so
that's about to say that's impossible.
Follow
do you
again.
think people can bottle up emotions? So
I'm gonna
you
say it, I'm gonna I'm
so
gonna say it again. You here's the thing.
no,
When
but
we
did you hear the question?
you say, can the people bother their emotions? Yes, people compartmentalize every day.
Okay. So there is a way that you may not it may not show up externally, but it's there internally.
Again, you're taking the assumption based upon how you view the world.
No, it's a clear
It's
distinction that someone can be bitter and you not know it.
no. Here's again.
The,
You're taking you're
what?
taking you're taking the view of the world, and now you're going to basically framework around it. What I said
What?
was this here. Do you think it's possible? Just let me just put it this way here. Do you think it's possible to not forgive somebody and not be concerned with them?
Do I think it's possible to not forgive somebody and not that's a whole different thing.
That's what I
Be
said.
no bitterness, not being concerned with someone does not mean you are not bitter about the hurt you experience. Literally, if you look up the definition of bitterness, it has to do with the hurt that you hold on to based on your past experiences.
I think you and I, you're having one view.
No, it's very clear. No,
No,
it is
The
very
definition.
clear.
no. Here's
It's
the thing.
very clear.
No, what I'm getting is this here, and you're doing it, and Kevin does it as well too.
No, it's
You keep
can
saying
someone
no.
else can
You're
someone else
telling me
come off the
your
pen
view of
like the
you're
I
telling
want to
me
come off because I think that you guys
Oh
are not.
no,
I don't
not
think y'all are.
not
you.
I just
because
no,
you
I
don't want to
don't
be
think.
Not
seen as
you.
bitter.
No,
Like
listen.
Adele,
I think
not
that
you.
you. I think
Not
that you guys are not trying to see it from
no,
someone else's opinion. You're
bro.
trying to make
No,
it
we're
clear
going
cut when
based
it's
on
not.
definitions. You
Right,
guys are
but
no,
Definition.
you guys are going based
understood.
on feelings.
Rachel, hear me out
You're
for a second.
no,
Hear me
because
out
you're
for one
going
second.
based on feelings and we're
I
going based
get you.
on
I get you. I
definitions.
get that's what you're saying. What I'm saying is hear me out for a second. What I believe he's trying to say is we can do two things. I can choose to not forgive you and walk away and not be bitter. What you and I believe his name was Kevin. Yeah, Kev. What you guys are saying is if you don't forgive somebody, then you're bitter about it. And what we're trying to tell you is, no, I'm not bitter about it. I'm just choosing that I don't want to deal with you anymore
Oh
because
my
of what you
gosh.
did.
How hard? Okay, the reason you are not able to forgive is
Mhm.
because of your bitterness.
And what we're telling you is that it's not because I'm unhappy, not because I'm bitter, not because I'm mad with you. I'm
That's
not
Because you're
fine.
forgiving you.
hurt.
You can
I'm not
say that,
not
bro.
because
I'm
I'm
sure
hurt, not because I'm
people are
hurt, because I've may have
why
just
would
learned my lesson, and that's okay. You just taught me something about you that I'm choosing I no longer want to associate with. So no, I'm not gonna forgive you. I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm just gonna
okay,
move
are
forward
you
with my
still
life.
upset about like you're not
No,
angry?
I don't have to be upset
Oh,
about it
you
either.
don't have to be, but you're
No. But
But
I'm
you
not.
literally said you were hurt. Like you said it.
No, you asked that I walk around with hurt, and I said no, I don't walk around hurt.
No, that's not what you
Yes.
said earlier.
No, I think that's what Malaysia said. You walk around bitter. You walk around hurt. I'm like, no, I'm on vacation. I'm doing
We,
just
I'm gonna,
fine.
I'm
All
gonna be
right.
real with you. I
Okay.
can be
All
real.
right.
I'm gonna be real with you. Even when you, cause I heard everybody talk right, but it was only like
Mhm.
three, four, it was like four people in here. When you came up here, off your energy alone, I knew something was getting to you. I knew your answer before you answered it,
Oh, so when
because
I
I
came
guess
up,
like,
you already had
because
a
middle he
package.
said he don't know how to do that, but I was about to say I knew that it was something bothering you because the way that you came up here with the energy that you displayed, it sounded like it was something you was attached to. And then
It was
eventually
so.
when you talked long enough, because you
Mhm.
came here with this aggression, right? It was like an aggressive type way that you answered it because I
Oh.
could tell it got to you. You know, I know I've dealt with people, plenty of people on this app to know the difference. So it's like you don't have to admit it or not, but I can
Mhm.
see the difference of a person that is healed, that has overcame things, and I know the people that are hurt, how they talk and how they explain it. I mean, express themselves. Yes,
Understood. So when
you
I
wouldn't be
first
able to
came on
understand it
here,
until you heal. You just wouldn't be able to understand it. You
understood.
know, so
Thank you so much, and I appreciate the psychoanalysis. When I came on this panel, I didn't talk about anything personal. I talked about Charlie Kirk and the things and the reasons why I couldn't forgive him for what he said. I wasn't speaking to anything personal
and then the
made
topic
into an out.
says the topic
Charlie
said, why
Kirk's
is it
life
hard for people
for
to
people to
forgive like
forgive,
Erica Kurt? Right.
and I said I
So it
could
never
not bring
said
like
that
a.
I felt a way to not forgive them. I just said, why is it
Mhm.
hard? So y'all just showing me why it's hard. There's obviously some stuff that
No,
y'all just never let go.
I gave you examples of what was the reason why
So,
I could never forgive someone like Charlie Kirk, and those was just my personal reasons.
so I
I
think the
think some people
question
can't.
is it wrong to be bitter? Or the better question is it okay to be bitter? Because if you cannot forget and you still feel some type of way about that person after the situation is over and done with, you are bitter
I have a
because
question.
Thank you. Thank you,
you
cuz.
still have ill feelings towards somebody.
I have a question for you.
For who?
For the gentleman that just spoke, Dinero,
Yes.
is it easier to forgive someone that wronged you, or is it easier to remember them for the hurt that they caused you?
Mm.
It's easier to remember the person for the harm that they caused you
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
because that's the
And
problem. We most of the time what we do is we choose the thing that is the easiest to
Easiest.
do.
Right. And
yeah.
And
I.
that's what most humans do. If you tell
Mhm.
a human that you have to walk over, you have to climb a mountain to get to this money, or you can just drive your car around, y'all gonna get to the same place. Most people is gonna go the easy route.
Right.
And that's the thing about forgiveness. See, forgiveness, it have you checking yourself. It have you understanding
Mm.
certain things about yourself that you would never.
How comes you don't never do the clapping when I be talking?
It'd be bullshit. But
I
anyway,
can't clap for.
that
I can't. I won't
Ain't
clap. I can't
nobody
clap
never
for
clapped for
for.
me.
I'm not gonna put it that way. I'm up. I can't clap for because I want the best for everybody. So I'm not gonna clap for somebody that's I don't want to put it. I'm trying to think of a clean way to put it. But basically, I don't want to something that's setting somebody back. I don't want to clap for that. That's not. That's the issue. It's a lot of people that's been even just been happening recently. They're trying to make people feel good about them being non-forgiving. I'm not gonna push that. That's the issue with people nowadays. Everybody want to cater to people's feelings, and yet they putting them in a deeper hole nowadays. But no, I think if I know what's better for people, right, to let go of this burden or whatever that's going, because I mean everybody keep trying to prove to me that you can be sitting here bitter or mad at somebody all your life and not treat people. No, I mean I have nobody to this day have proved me right or wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? Bitterness, unforgiveness, that always set and it pours to the next person. That's why a lot of people come into new relationships unhealed. So stop listening to these fake people that's talking about, well, it's this, because they setting you up, because everybody want to say stuff that sound good and cope into the ear, but it's just not true. A lot of us is in the predicament we in now because we have not let things go from our past. There's a reason why we choosing the wrong type of people. That's why we over here on these schmugs and all this. It's so much different stuff. And what people are trying to do right now, they're trying to make themselves feel better by saying, well, everybody do it and all this other stuff, but that's just convincing. You're just trying to convince yourself that you're not as miserable as you think, as you claim you're not. You know what I'm saying? So,
I just think that is so sad that you guys have taken the position that if someone doesn't forgive someone, that they're miserable or bitter or unhappy or sad and all of that stuff. I think
forgive
that
me.
you guys are having a hard time with understanding that everybody doesn't walk through life the same way. And just because, I mean, you guys sound like
It's
Christians,
a cop
or
out.
if you're,
It's a cop
or if
out.
you're oh, if you guys are not Christian, then you're going to hell. Oh, if you don't believe this
Okay,
way, then you're
listen,
going.
listen, Ado.
Yep.
I had said in the beginning that forgiveness is something that you have to do every single day. It's not for the Christian community, it's not for Jesus, it's something that you have to do. If you don't want to do it, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to forgive someone for whatever reason, that's not going to affect anyone but you. It doesn't
Right.
necessarily make you a bad person. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But that's just, I was trying to help you by saying that forgiveness is it's a difficult journey that you have to do every single day if you want to start that healing process, because a lot of the times people go to therapy for things that happen in their past, for childhood
Mm-hmm.
trauma, for things that their parents did to them.
Yeah.
And they have, the first thing that the a therapist will tell you.
Oh,
Oh,
Look at
we
that
lost
phone
you.
again.
Dang, her thing
uh,
always get cut
she was
off.
Boy,
she was
she got a horrible phone. All right, so y'all, real quick, I gotta get what's that? Two more new people. That I'm gonna let Middle Road. I know he said he wanted to say something, and then I'm gonna let Warlock and Roderick go after that. So what you got for me, Middle?
Yeah, just going to end with how I started. Each of us comes to the table with a mindset, right? And that mindset will be shown in how we think, how we move ahead. Move ahead. When I asked the initial question, and I asked the subsequent question about what you think would even be possible, that tells me that automatically we're going to be at odds. We don't see the world the same way. And the part of the problem I find with a lot of these conversations is this here. You, me, anyone else, when we hear something, images come up in our mind, an image that we have already fabricated from past experiences. That's just how we see life. And I think that if we're trying to move forward with some of these conversations, to your point and Rachel's point, you got to understand what we're talking about. What I'm referring to essentially is this here. There are people in this world who have things happen to them, small things, big things. Half of the stuff you just forget. They don't forgive anything. They just forget about it and they move on. That's my greater point. If you're referring to someone saying in a relationship, someone did something to me, I had a childhood trauma, that's a little bit different, right? So again, so my point remains the same. If you're going to apply this principle universally, you have to accept that some people say, you know what, we just ain't worry about that, and we move on. No more, no less. That is actually possible, and I'm not bitter. But if you take it to what you guys are saying, as I'm listening to what you're telling me, you're talking about essentially someone being traumatized by something happening to someone, something having done something, something that was so egregious that I just can't get over. I'm not talking about that, right? But even with that situation, once again, I don't have to forgive you and I walk away, but I'm not walking around with bitterness in my heart. That's just not how it functions. Now, I remember if I didn't, remember, this is one person. I'm not bitter with the world. I don't like you, whoever you are who did something to me. That is true. And we will function fine on a daily basis. It's not going to make a difference in how I move from day to day in dealing with you because I'm mad about them. So again, if we're going to have these conversations, I get it. But again, when we have these things, like I said, I always ask the same question. How do you see the world? If you see the world differently from me and you tell me you couldn't even fathom it, what I'm saying, in truth, there's no sense in having a conversation because we see the world differently. And that's my greater point with most of these conversations. No more, no less. That's it.
Yeah, I agree that some people see the
Right.
world from a healed lens, some people see it from a hurt lens. I get it. So
Correct. They're
yeah,
not
it's different
bitter.
people.
They're fine. It's cool.
So
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. You guys got it.
Yeah.
It's
All right. Good night.
alrighty.
Well,
It's
like
like
what you got for
same
me?
message every time.
I only had one. Good evening, good morning, every goddamn body. How the hell is everybody doing?
What's up, man?
I just have one question for the host and the co-host. When I came in here, all I was hearing was talking about people, whether they're bitter, they're not, whether they actually forgive, if they don't, whether they're bitter or not, or this and the other, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. So my question to the host and the co-host is, not getting into any of the details or what have you, what am I? What would you consider me to be?
What?
Oh, you super bitter.
What?
So I'm talking junk. I'm talking junk,
What
nah.
do you mean? What are
You
you?
bitter old hag.
Ah, shut the hell up.
No, a bitter old hack. We're just going based off of definitions, okay?
I'm
Like
asking you what is
he,
your opinion, Rachel?
if you have a difficult time forgiving people, yeah, you probably harbor some bitterness.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
haven't gave us your story yet, so we can be able to say it.
What'd you say, Ken?
I said you haven't even gave us our story yet to even make that judgment. You have
Well,
to give us like
well,
an example of you
respect
not
that.
forgiving or something.
But Rachel know what I'm talking about, don't you, Rachel? Rachel.
Wow, why would I know?
I'm saying our literal last interaction.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. You have a hard time letting things go. They just manifest into something else, like something to cover up or to deal with the hurt.
Actually, all right, okay, okay. I'll make a statement after that. Go ahead, Ken. You got anything?
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say on that one for real. No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I can't. Yeah. I
He's
think I get
talking
what you're
about when
saying
he
though, but
becomes. He's
but
talking.
I would. That would be more. That would be more on my end. I would.
No,
That would
he's
be
talking
more on
about
mine.
when he becomes like the
I'll
the
tell him. I'll tell him exactly. This will refresh his memory. When I was on my shut the fuck up tour.
Yeah,
right.
that's why I said that. But that would be me though. That would be me. So if
No,
I
not
treated you
just
any
you. It
different,
wasn't just with you. It's literally he was on this whole tour of like,
I get you. I get you.
yeah.
I get you on that, but I'm saying like that will be the people that will how they treat you after you were on your thing, because it's nothing for you to forgive because that would you the one that did whatever you did. So I think the opposite end will be, is they treating you differently because of that, or did they understand you, or what I'm saying, stuff like that. So that will show bitterness through them. On your end, you will have to like to make the judgment from you, that would be how you feel about the opposite person or how you treat them and stuff. So it's just like I said, it's all actions and stuff. People don't really
I don't know.
realize
I
that
think
though.
you're missing. I don't know. You may be missing what example he's trying to use. But if we could move on, Warlock, go ahead. I just said if you have a difficult time forgiving, then yes, you probably harbor bitterness.
Okay, with that perspective, I really don't think that you do. I think that at some point in time, you just choose to disengage. You just choose to disengage. There's really no hard feelings about it. I just choose not to deal with a particular
Right.
situation anymore. I don't have to be mad at you. I don't have to be bitter. I don't have to be irritated or anything. I just choose not to to engage with you anymore. That goes with a lot of people on this planet.
That,
And then I just
but
choose not to.
okay. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say something.
Please,
But isn't that
please don't let me start my
forgiveness?
tour, man. Please don't let me start my tour.
Yes, that's all. Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to. I just wanted to say that as you were saying it, so we can see it in real time. Isn't
At the end
that
of the day,
forgiveness?
Is that
I mean,
what?
I wouldn't say that either because it could be running away from something because you don't forgive them though. But I wouldn't say that's forgiveness. That could be part of it because that's like loving somebody
But
from
no.
afar.
Listen to what he said. He said, "I choose not to deal with that particular situation." And if you choosing not to deal with a particular situation, but you still choosing to deal with that person, isn't that a form of forgiveness?
Yes, that's true.
Because
That would be true.
that
Yeah.
okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I didn't hear all that though. But I was about to say, yeah. Over that, it go back to what I was talking about. Regardless, like either way that he talking about, if it was towards a person or from a person, it's the action. It's literally the action of how you treat someone. So if you treat them like how you just treat them before y'all got into it, vice versa. If they're treating you the same way before y'all, whoever you got into it with, that is a sign of forgiveness. For people that didn't know, I'm gonna enlighten y'all, show y'all. But if you still acting a certain way or talking funny or stuff like that, that would show bitterness, or because like I said, running away from every situation is not going to show. That don't confirm if you're bitter or forgiving, But the way that you treat the person when they get in your face or something like that, that will show,
I agree.
that'll always show though. So,
Is
I'll
that
say this. Go ahead.
forbearance more so?
but hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let Warlock finish, and then I gotta get Roger again. Then we go panel again.
Hey, you know, I'm all about trying my best to be honest about everything. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of things that I'm bitter as fuck about. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, at least you admit. That's what I'm saying. At least you admit it. That's cool because you know where to work at. I know you're a person that work on yourself, so it's all about admitting and being aware. So yes, it's
I
cool.
work on myself too.
Hold up, Warlock. What? I don't want to hear nothing from you, Adele. Go ahead, Warlock.
He's
No,
still
that's all I
working.
have to say. Really, is that hey, I realize there's certain things that I'm bitter about. There are people that I just can't freaking stand, and I do my best to stay away from them because I know that that's gonna surface. That ugly head is gonna surface as hell. So I choose not to engage with them anymore. That's a personal choice of my own.
Yeah, forgiveness is a choice. Yeah, all is a choice. Love is a choice. Yeah, all that's a choice. I feel you
You
on that.
know, that's everything in life is about choice.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
That's it.
All right, for sure. I like that, and even I just like the fact that even admitting. I think you're the first person that at least admitted. And I think that's genuine, that's real. So let me give him a clap on that. So, Roderick.
I won 410. God damn, I'm
So
going
my
back.
thing,
Yeah.
the way I say I don't really have a hard time forgiving people because like over time, not like it over time I kind of wire myself to try to understand like people go through things. So what mind state was that person in when they wronged me? You know what I'm saying? Like we all go through stress, we all go through depression. Not we all, but a lot of people go through stress, depression, and they handle it wrong. I've honestly went through some shit and handled some shit wrong, and said some shit I ain't had no business that hurt people, and did all of that, but then I got that's when you gotta catch yourself, go back and be like, I wasn't, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like you said, self-awareness, pay attention. But it's easier to forgive when you understand that that person, when you try to understand that person's mindset when they did you something. You know what I'm saying? So I try, when people wrong me, I try to this day, like, to try to understand like what their mindset is when they wrong me. You know what I'm saying? I have a conversation with them after that. I ain't gonna be bitter about it. I still have a conversation with them and just
Mm,
talk about it.
there you go. There you go.
So that's my
Right.
thing.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Kev made a really good point as far as like a lot of people run away from the people that have a hard time forgiving and say that they are just fine. Of course you're just fine. You're not next to them, but like if it truly didn't affect you, you would be able to be around them and not feel any type of way.
mm-hmm. It's like unconditional love. Not loving someone one for what they do, love them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? So you just come to realization this is how this person is. I might have boundaries, but I'm not going to treat them with any less love. That's how that is. So it's almost kind of tied to forgiveness and stuff. patient enough with them and all that. All those different forms. So, Lopez, you there? I ain't hear nothing from her in a long time. Lopez, did she
And
go to
her
sleep?
profile picture looked like she fell asleep.
Facts. You know what? Right. I
Yeah.
think Marie, you had something you was about to say though. What you got for me?
Oh, I was just asking if what Warlock was explaining was more so forbearance rather than forgiveness.
Forbearance.
Parents, explain.
That's where you put up with someone you don't really like.
No, I really don't put up with them. I just choose not to fucking engage with them. I don't put up with shit. If it's to that point where as though I don't want that ugly hair, that ugly head of whatever the hell you want to call it to rear its head, I choose not to engage with them. That's why I'm glad I'm fucking retired. I don't have to deal with most people that I don't want to.
Okay. So you stay away from them. So like if they come in the same room as you don't engage with them, right?
Well, first and foremost, if they do that, they're gonna get what the hell they get. That's I make no bones if I don't fucking like you. I make no bones about letting you know that I don't like you. So if you put yourself in my presence, whereas though we have to engage, you're gonna get what you get.
What's that?
Whatever the heck it may be.
Can you give me like a explain it?
Why do I have to explain that? If in fact I don't like you and you put yourself in my presence where you're forcing me to do something that I don't want to fucking do, you're gonna get whatever the consequences call for. You may think it's overbearing, you may think I went a little bit too far, but you're gonna get what you get. And in turn, I'm gonna get what the hell I get. I'm not one-sided. I'm not gonna think I can do something and you not respond to it. I just have to be willing to accept the consequences behind it. That's all.
Unless you give grace and mercy.
Well, you still there are consequences behind that too, because that person can wind up doing the same shit to you again, or hurting you in another freaking way. So I
Nah,
just
you
choose.
got boundaries.
Oh yeah, that's what I.
You can have boundaries. That don't mean you can't. Yeah, that's two different things.
Everybody's gonna respect your boundaries either.
It's up to
Yeah,
you to
boundaries.
respect the boundaries.
Yeah, I'm about to
Boundaries
say
are for
that's for
you.
self. That's for self or get it around from a person because you can't make a person do what do
Right.
Take a
something.
lot of
Yeah. So.
I
it take a
choose
lot of
not to.
energy to feel like that to me. Like it take too much energy to
To
even
what?
be
To
No,
Oh
stressing
yeah.
what?
So,
about that.
yeah.
To get in
Unforgiveness is
front
a
of it
lot of
to be
energy.
to be in
To what?
somebody's presence and then the only thing just because you're in that person's presence and they wronged you, the only mindset you in is your mind is on them. Like if you at a
You
function and
can't be
stuff and that
That's
free.
person's
true.
in the room,
That is
no,
it
true.
takes
I
a
like
lot of
that you
energy.
said that.
It takes a lot of energy to be up because your mind ain't on the function and having a good
You
time. Your mind
man.
is on that person.
It's
Like
about
that's a
I
lot
wish
of
a Nick
energy. Even though
would
You
type
even though
stuff.
puffing,
deep
you
down,
puffing, puffing.
I think y'all going a little bit
deep
too
down,
far.
hold on, let me finish. Even though deep down you want to enjoy yourself, you want to participate, you
You
want to
can't.
mingle, and you can't because your mind is on that person and what they did, and you trying to get revenge, and
What
you
you
trying to
want
see
to do?
how to catch eye contact with them so you could just pop off it or something like that. Like that's a lot of energy, my nigga. Like
Too much energy.
why put
You hear
yourself
what you want
in that type of imagery? Like why you got to do it like that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's only one thing that can make
Cause
me
they
do
feel
something
it's
like
gonna
that, and
hurt.
your
that's
point.
if you play with my kids. Like if you play with my kids, then yeah, it's on site. Like I don't want to talk about it.
You
But
still
other than
should
that,
forgive them
man,
too, though.
like man, all that other stuff, like man, it ain't
You
even
Okay,
worth
forgive them
my
later
energy.
though.
I think you missed the whole thing that I said. I said if in fact we are in the same place and you force me to engage with you, you're gonna get what you get. It's not that I'm concentrating on this motherfucker. They came into my presence
How can
and they're
somebody force
still
themselves to
forcing me to
engage?
engage them, and they already know that I don't like them. Why are
But
you gonna force the interaction?
how can they force you to engage though?
By by approaching me and
Speaking to
trying to
you?
talk to me, if I just try to leave that shit alone and you keep trying to force it, you're gonna get what the fuck you're gonna get.
Oh yeah,
Like
you
if I
supposed to
say if
stay.
I
So
Stand
to
your
a certain
ground at
extent,
all times.
yeah, to
Stand your ground at all times.
to a certain extent, I can see where like certain situations could be seeming like you picking on people or just
Yeah,
like or bullying, right? Because some people just know that you mad at them, then they keep trying to force it to
yeah, stand your ground.
antagonize. What they that's the word,
but
right?
what if they
So
don't know? that you're mad at them and they
So
come speak to you like,
No,
what's
man.
what's
you could
up?
you could tell
Yeah, let me,
you know. I think
my dog.
especially if they like or they voiced it to you, you like, all right, I'm not trying to be around you at the moment
Let
or
me explain.
whatever it is,
Yeah,
right?
but if they approach you
Hold on,
peacefully,
Robert, or
hold up,
whatever. Hold
go
on for a
ahead.
second. Dear Heart, you missed what I said. I said that I make sure that a person knows that I don't particularly care for them. That way they don't have a
Right.
reason for engagement. You missed that part. I make sure that
That's
if
true.
I don't fuck with you, I let you know that I don't fuck with you. So with knowing that knowledge, why would you come in and try to force an issue where you already know it's going to be a freaking problem?
That's provoking. Yeah, they're trying to provoke from that point, so I get it.
Mm,
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
Stand your
get
two-way
it.
ground
street
though.
when it comes to that.
I'm all for
You
standing your
want to go
ground.
to
You
the
know what I'm
second
saying?
question?
I'm all
Oh yeah,
for it.
that's a deep one. Yeah, that's a deep one. Yeah, yeah.
Start with
Once we get to
Adele.
that.
Sound teacup.
Oh, I'm just why do we think the same? I was
We're
literally about to say that.
aligned.
I was literally saying, get your teacup having self on. Let's get back. Adele, bring your unforgiving self back. I know how to get. I know how to get Adele
Forgive
back.
Malaysia for calling you
Just
bitter.
say bitter, and then she'll be back. They'll be back.
Say what?
Bitter Dell.
Oh,
Oh, Adele.
No.
man,
Oh.
another person fell
He
asleep
probably
on
had a
this
phone
thing. That's
call.
How long she been on Teacup?
I
right. It
think
was on
he's just
Teacup
been
for
on
a minute.
TikTok.
It's gonna
He
probably
might be
kick in a
gone.
minute. About to be kicked in a minute, yeah, because
Phone
that
probably died or
teacup
something.
only lasts about
Yeah.
10 minutes, I think.
I never heard this saying
Lopez,
before. I never heard this saying before.
know the fruit by the fruit.
Bro.
I never
Oh,
heard
the
of it.
Bible.
Oh well, yeah, I
Oh, the
definitely
Bible.
never
That's how
heard
you
of
know
it.
you ain't in the Bible.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie like I am. I'm not.
I know you
But
showed it already.
if I can take a guess, know the fruit by the you gotta like I guess have discernment and have like you
Good
gotta
looks, Roger.
know.
Thanks,
I
Roger.
guess when somebody like it's like when somebody show you who they are, believe in
Was
who
he
they
cussing
are.
me out yesterday? How the heck you must forgive me?
He
Something
It's like-
like that.
I respect it.
It's like if you have parents that forgive me, but if you have parents that are pieces of shit, and then that child act all
Oh, the
crazy, and
apple don't fall too far
you
from the
know the fruit
tree.
by the fruit, huh?
The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Right. That's basically what it is. You know the child acts this way because 8 times out of 10 their parents are fucked up too.
Um, I think that's true in a sense, but
I never said it was an absolute. I said that's
no,
basically what it means.
I never said you. I'm talking to the prompt. I think know the fruit by the fruit. If that's what it means, some people can grow up in a shitty position or a shitty household and reflect and change. You know, while another sibling can be the same. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. So it's true in a sense. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going on mute now because Rachel Kim.
You don't have to go on mute, sir.
Why you said what, Warlock? What did we do?
Y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't do anything, man.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to
Roger.
mute though. You can speak your
Okay.
Uh,
mind.
Roger, what you think? What does
about
know the fruit by the fruit mean?
what does what?
Know the fruit by the fruit?
Know the fruit by the fruit.
Yeah, and how do you identify it?
Know the fruit by the fruit is like kind of like if they show like she said, if they show you who they are, believe them. Like know the fruit by the fruit. Like I feel like if read the room, read people, understand who they are. That way you know your approach, and if you got to exit, you can already have that exit strategy already in your head. If that makes sense.
That makes
No,
sense. Where did
Yeah.
Kevin go? Oh,
if that
Huh?
makes sense.
I thought you
Oh.
left.
Well.
I didn't see you on screen. I got
Oh yeah, I
scared,
did
my
switch it.
love.
Know how much to engage
I
with
was,
them, and then if you got to
Forgive me,
bag
baby.
out, you know how to bag out with no problem. You know what I'm
Forgive
saying?
him.
Because you already
Forgive
saw it
him.
coming. Yeah.
mm,
So,
okay.
So
Warlock,
how do you identify it?
huh? Like I
By
said,
reading
by
How
the
do you
time
fruit.
identify?
that's why I said from the time they open their mouth, you need to start reading that person. From the time they open their mouth, read them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Throw some little cherries out there and see which ones they pick on. You know what
I
I'm
think you
saying? Just throw
notice
it
it.
out there.
Mm.
I think you
Throw it
notice
I
out
it
like
for
how
there.
you
not
did
being.
that.
I
I like
think
how
you
you did
notice it
that.
for not being naive and not thinking
Yeah.
everybody is you and
Yeah, I do it
everybody's a
all the
good
time. I ain't
person.
gonna lie to you. I tell a person a lie just to see where they head at.
You gotta
If you
see or play dumb,
if I tell you a lie and you try to one up him on me, I know you in competition with me. You know what I'm saying?
or
Or
you
the
could
people around you.
play dumb
Yeah,
and
that's
see
what I'm
how
saying.
far it
Play
gets
dumb.
them.
You can,
Yeah,
either or,
that's my favorite.
whichever technique you use that technique to
Malaysia, I ain't know you
succeed.
play.
You
Mine's
know,
just playing dumb. I love playing.
I didn't know
Kevin,
you played all that.
I'm gonna forgive. I'm gonna forgive
you
you.
know.
I'm gonna forgive
Forgive
you
me,
for
right there
that.
you go. Look at that. See, I
But
tested. I tested it right.
I
Cause see,
like
like
playing dumb because it's
me,
like,
I'm a jokester, so I like to joke a lot, and I tell a joke it's like a stupid joke, but people will take it serious and they'll throw some shit back. But that's just me reading you. They think I'm just being
yeah,
cool and all right with them, but that's my technique to read you. That's how I'm learning you. I'm learning how you respond to certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already reading you from the time you open your mouth to me. I'm
I'm about to
already reading
reset
you.
too. I feel it.
from when
I'm
you
already
walking
on
up
it.
to me, yeah,
Yeah,
where your
I'm watching
eyes at,
everything,
all that.
your demeanor, your response, I'm reading everything about you.
Hmm.
From the time we make that contact, and that'll let me know how far I can trust you, how far I can throw you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's
Right.
crazy? Like I wouldn't even be able to trust somebody that does that. That's just like
Listen,
that's just like
my
my
ex told
own
me,
analysis is like it's kind of like somebody that plays games or tries to manipulate. And I get what
Mm.
you're saying, Roderick, but like for me finding out like that you just telling little lies, like I don't do too well with lies. So like I like
Yeah.
people who are just like
Yeah,
they
but you
don't
that's
got
have to
right.
play little games.
look.
But
If you don't play the game, the
So
game
what's
gonna
the
play
difference
you.
between
So
Texas?
if you don't play the
I love
game, the
Texas.
game is gonna play you. So I'd rather get the
Yeah.
game out the way. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and throw it out there so I can see how you respond to the game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of that's what it is. Kind of like
So can
testing
I
you.
ask you a
You know what
question?
I'm
Do you,
saying?
when you see someone and somebody look at you, you look at them, even across the room, passing or whatever? Can you tell if someone wants to have like intercourse with you?
Sometimes.
I
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
can.
So say
Sometimes.
wow. That's because the majority of women
My
naive.
ex used to tell me that like he can tell the way by a woman look at him that she want
Yeah.
to freak him.
That
Yeah,
blush
that's because
says a
every
lot.
woman
I'm
think a
telling you.
man want to be their friend and
That's
stuff.
a Jezebel
That
spirit.
but
blush
And
says a
you
lot.
can't tell if a man wants to
Not like a
lay down
random
with you.
person. No, not a random person. No.
A random person.
Yeah.
What?
what?
That's what
Talking
he
about
used to
no.
say.
Yeah, first of all, your man got to make some type of eye contact to even find that out. Like that's
That's what
just
I'm saying. But I can't
okay.
make eye
So
contact
if
with a stranger and be like, "Oh, damn, they want me." You gotta engage.
you
Like I
can't
can't.
make an
I
eye,
don't.
you oh
I
You ain't
can't.
gonna
No.
man. Once that man look,
man. Once he look
once that man eyes go from top to bottom
once
and
To
back up to the
bottom,
top,
right?
bro.
you ready. He ready. He was
Once
But
he
people,
look,
but
once he
people
look.
say it to
If you give
me.
him the chance, he wants you.
But that's what people say to me. People say to me, "Why you looking at me like that? Like you, like I don't know. I don't have that type of discernment though.
What the heck type of face you be making? What the hell?
I
Dang.
don't know, but they be like, "Well, you looking at me like you trying to." I don't know. I
You
just be
probably got
looking at
the
people.
stank face and be look like you grooming
Yeah.
them
You got a resting.
and think it's sexy,
No,
right?
they be thinking I be trying to
You be like, ooh, you look
like I
good. Like,
want to
did you
do
just groom me?
something. Right? They be thinking I be trying like looking like a like trying to seduce them. I guess I don't know.
Well, then what the heck? So they,
Somebody at my job said it to me before. Like you trying to
oh
right? Don't be looking at
wow.
me like that.
So I do want to go back to Roderick. Is it a way? And I could get what my baby talking about on that end. It's like, don't you can do a test without having to lie?
He on teacup too.
I'm gonna take up.
No,
Well,
I think the
I'll be
app is
honest with
acting
y'all.
crazy.
I'll be honest with y'all. I have a major problem with a lot of social cues. Because I'm like, if I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, whatever you do, most times I'm not even gonna pay attention to.
Damn.
That keeps me out of a lot of freaking problems when I'm in a relationship because
I
I don't be paying attention to nobody else.
I just don't know if somebody hitting on me until they like make a notice or say something. No eye contact and all of that. I'm not good with that.
I was trying to. She beat me.
What? I
I was
beat you to
ready.
it.
I was
Oh,
trying to get ready to. I was like, we both was.
And
I think that was
I
somebody
already
kid in the
know,
background.
like discernment.
Right, I was ready too. My bias. I ain't gonna go. That's what I
Lie.
use.
Like when you get rid of some of that, like it's it's not in the way that people think. Like when you bring your empathy down a little bit and like focus on like what is really in front of you and taking truth and fact for what it is, you will get better at discerning. It's that letting your emotions get you all tied up. That's where people go wrong oftentimes. And it
Hey,
helped
Facts.
it helped me a lot to relinquish some of that empathy.
Rachel, is that any different for me?
It,
Me and my girl, I'm in a relationship, right? And I just don't pay nobody no mind because they'll be like, "Hey, babe, did you see that girl do this? Or did you see her looking at this?" And I'll be like, "I ain't know this shit." And the reason that I don't notice anything is because I'm with you, I'm paying you attention. I don't give a damn about nobody else. Now, if somebody walking over here and I see them looking all crazy or something like that, yeah, I'm paying attention to that. But something from another woman or anything of that nature trying to get my attention, I don't pay attention to none of that crap. And it keeps me out of a whole lot of crap, but it also gets me in trouble too. Because sometimes I don't notice it and I'm just being the guy that I am. And then you didn't notice that girl doing this to you, boy? What the heck is your damn problem? You went over there saying X, Y, Z, and you did before. And I be like, babe, I didn't even notice that shit. I really didn't. And that
That
gets me
happened
in
to me. That happened to me in a seafood restaurant like a month ago. Man, that was terrible. I stopped talking to the chick. I promise you I did. I'm like, man, ain't no way. She walked into the white. She came up. I was in my phone. She said, "You know her?" I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "You know her?" I say, "No, why?" She said, "Cause she looking at you." I'm like, "I don't know nothing. I ain't recognize nothing." But she just made a big scene in the middle of a seafood restaurant
yeah.
in Texas. I
Hey,
say,
women
"Man,
be
you
looking
crazy?"
harder than the men do
I
sometimes.
know.
You know
I'm
you
like,
seen that
God
fat booty
damn.
walk past. No, you
I
seen that
don't be
fat
looking
booty. I
at
wasn't
that.
paying attention.
I ain't pay that woman no mind. If that woman looked at me, I ain't look at that woman. I'm like, what you talking about? She just flashed out. I'm like, man, you for real? Like, I don't even do that in public like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm.
but you'll do it when you're by yourself though.
Right. He said only on Instagram.
No, but
Mm-mm.
why is that so hard to believe?
No.
Your man is not paying nobody else no damn mind. They just don't see what the hell somebody else did on the slide.
Because
Why
they're
is this?
Yeah.
operating off of their past traumas and what past men do.
It goes back to that. Look, that goes back to the healing process. You got to heal. You the one out here trying to date and didn't
Exactly.
heal. You the one out here trying to date and
Mm.
didn't heal yet. That's your fault. Don't blame me for your
Mm.
fault, for
Okay,
your
I like
action.
this
That's your
guy.
fault.
Accountability.
You
I like
didn't.
him.
You out here dating and didn't heal. Lesson
This ain't the
learned.
same Roderick from yesterday, though. I could have
Heal,
sworn I was just cussing him out yesterday.
It's a
heal
different
before you
topic.
date. Heal before you date. That's
I'm
straight.
gonna
That
tell
that
y'all.
is straightforward.
I've said this before, Kev. You heard me, and Rachel probably did too. I said people tell me
With my hand
that
clap.
my
I
superpower.
got you.
Wait for that fucking word. Stop playing me.
Fucking
Why?
with
People
you.
tell me that my superpower is mixed signals, and when I say that, let me explain what I mean.
Mm.
Because of the simple fact that I'm a cool guy. I like to have fun. I like to joke. But how for whatever reason, women think that's because I talk to you or I laugh and joke with you or whatever that I actually fucking like you. And that's not the case. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be with you because if I did, I would have made that known. But just because I'm a nice guy, I talk to people, I have fun with people, I laugh and joke. Motherfucker, a lot of women think that I actually like them, and I don't. And people say that's you sending out mixed signals. If I'm sending out mixed signals because I'm just a cool guy and I'm a nice guy or whatever, then look, they need to deal with themselves. That's not a me fucking problem.
Are you talking about on these like panel discussions or in
I'm
real
talking
life?
about in real life, man. This
Oh,
ain't
in
this ain't got
real
nothing to do with
life.
I
Hmm.
can get what he's talking about on that, though. Yeah, some people take, and that's just the way, and that will be a them situation though, because if you being friendly, just like a lot of men do with women nowadays, the women can't be friendly with them no more. They automatically think that they flirt with them just because they say how you doing, So And vice versa. I done even seen stuff like that. Shoot, my friend be like, that, why you over there being funny? I'm like, I'm funny with everybody. And then if a woman laugh at me, now that means that I'm flirting. Like, what the heck?
Oh, you
So,
know I came in the room
yeah.
all the time, Kev. I came in. You know how I say "good day, trolls," right? You know the whole
Yeah.
fucking panel went into a hissy fit. One day I went to somebody's live and I say "good day, trolls" with the smiley faces. Who the fuck is he down? Who the fuck is that down there in the comments? What? Who the fuck are you talking about calling the damn troll? I'm like, oh my god. Let me scroll right out of this. Let me scroll right out of this
Oh, I
motherfucker.
can't
I just
say
need to see.
nothing.
That's an
Yep.
unforgiving person that did that to you.
What's up, Loki?
Low key and C-Roo in there.
But it's
You
just
there,
real.
Loki? You gotta probably mute or unmute. I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
How are y'all? What part of the
I ain't
prompt do
gonna
you
lie, I
guys?
got a bias against that big old picture he got. I
Me
don't know.
too. Me too, baby.
What?
No, not you, not you, not you, not you,
Oh,
not you.
but what part of the prompt are you guys on? Because y'all talk
You can do
about
the
being
first two.
humble.
The
Okay.
green one in the first prompt.
So I think this is just general. I'm gonna take it as general. So what do we mean by we'll know by the fruit? Like basically,
So do
you'll
the
know.
green one first. Let's do the green one first,
Oh,
and then do that
I
one.
don't know. I think it's hard for people to forgive like Eric Kirk because they take things personal. They think their life is their own. They think
Mm.
they don't understand that we're all living for a purpose and
Mm.
for a reason. And yeah, I think that's why people get so butthurt about a lot of things in life because they don't understand that it's bigger than you. And also, they don't understand that you can pray and ask for anything, even the littlest thing. You can pray and ask for something small, and you can petition the prayer, and God will deliver. You know, but we got to do our part as well.
You
Now,
stole one of my things I was gonna say too. That's crazy. That was deep right there. That's what I be saying that too though. When people realize there's a bigger purpose than just us. That's good. That was good. Okay,
right,
go
you
ahead.
really shouldn't be getting upset about anything outside your household because really it's not that personal. People really do stuff in reflection of themselves majority of the time, and things happen for reasons, for purpose. It's a purpose behind everything. Now, and when there isn't a purpose and you really know it's no purpose, it's really just to trigger you and try to set you back. So don't give it your attention. But when it comes to like we know things by the fruit, you know by their fruit. That means that if you go whatever their seed is looking like, whatever their garden is looking like, that's how you know what type of person that is basically. And that doesn't mean in all cases because some bad things happen to good people all the time, but by the character. So just like in the no shade to anybody white on the panel, white tea on the panel, but you can tell we are not of them because we can never do certain things they do. We can never sit here and groom, have a whole genocide and have all these people build the land they're on and then and enslave them. And we as the reason why we'll never get to their level on earth ever is because we're just not of them. That's not us. We're not those type of people. Now there's other races that may look like us that are on that type of time, but we're black people are just that's not in us. So you can tell
You
by
an Israelite?
no, I'm a Christian.
Man, you sound an Israelite. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
Cause
a Christian, but yeah, even in the Bible it talks about Esau and the things he did,
yeah, that's
and
that's their favorite scripture. If
that
Esau was
describes.
a black person,
But Esau. But who did Esau
it's not white.
mimic? Who did Esau mimic? And it said that he had
Mimic.
red skin. You say he had red skin. He was pale red
Yeah,
skin.
but he was a twin brother of a
Right.
black guy. They
You can
both was
have, but
black.
but the thing is, even right now, you can go get pregnant, have twins, and have two different dads. Not saying that's what she did, because the Bible didn't say that's what she did. But you can literally any female can go get pregnant and have two different dads to twins. That's
Not
how.
gonna lie, every since I heard that scripture from the Israelites, they can never answer that junk right. I mean, not answer it straight though, because it's like how you gonna have twins and have two different bloods? That make no
That's
sense.
possible. I know.
What?
You never heard of. For one, twins can be fraternal even if they are blood. For two, you can get pregnant by two
That's
different men.
external. What the
Right?
heck? We was not doing it in the Bible at that time. So
How
yeah,
you know
that's
that?
crazy.
You don't think people was messing around in the Bible at that time? Even David's wife was forced to be
So
with him.
yeah. And
Right.
then look,
So
okay, you
if
said
she
it's actually
didn't,
possible. You talking about blood types, probably. I'm talking about blood lines. So usually they have the same exact genes because they have the same exact parents. There's
but
no way you're gonna have a whole different gene that's not part of it. If you got two black parents, you're not gonna have freaking Asian blood that come out. That don't make no sense. So that's what I'm saying. That twin they were, and you was talking about. See, for you said fraternal, right?
I
Fraternal
said
versus
even
identical.
no, I say even
That's an
paternal
external.
twins can look different. Even black people can make any type of
Yes,
kid.
yes.
Black
I was
people
just
can
saying,
make
but you're
any
talking
type
about
of kid.
outside looks, though. I'm talking about internal, but also in the if we talking about that, and I use the same scripture against the same type of
But
people,
okay, so
it say we no longer wrestle against flesh and blood, but principalities and high
we
rulers
already.
and
But what about
what's
what
up?
about Lilith? Lilith is not mentioned much. There's a lot of
It's
things that's
because he's
not
not in
mentioned
the
about it.
Bible.
Yeah, but yes, she's in the books of the Bible, but she's not in the Bible. They took it out.
She
The thing is, there's a lot of
apocrypha.
things that are not in the Bible that they took out. There's books that they removed, and then you have to think
I
about.
don't read in no stuff. I don't read in stuff that always keep trying to push one race better than the other. I don't think that's even of God. So I don't know
Oh, I
why do
definitely
we
think it is of God. God is not even
yeah, but
everybody. God is
who's gonna
God
be
was
black in heaven?
originally because for one that is for one the Bible brings up race. So how are you gonna say that is that for one Jesus
No, it
is a
don't.
black racist. If you want to be real, he's a black racist. He
Oh,
it wasn't even all it wasn't even God accepted Gentiles in the New Testament. But it tells you that he wasn't everybody's God originally. So what do you? I don't
why
understand what
would
you mean
he
by that.
stoop himself that low to take on a human's feature, which is a flesh thing, which is
Because
black
they're
and that is a
human.
flesh thing. You think your spirit gonna be black and white T?
Listen to me. If you are of the
Answer it. You
devil,
gotta answer it
no, let me.
first.
I'm. What was the question?
Yeah, I know you didn't even hear it because you want to
No,
respond.
answer.
I'm
I'm sorry. Go
saying
ahead.
I said, do you believe our spirit is going to have melanin on it and or not?
No, I don't think that
Right. So
you're.
why are we fighting for
No,
this
I'm sure
thing?
our
That's why.
spirit has melanin, but I don't think that color. If you're what you're trying to say is a color. No, I don't think that that necessarily matters. What I'm trying to say is that everything that God does, the devil does. So could that be of the devil's? Could they be of the devil? Yes, I think so. I think that the devil
Yes.
has their own counterfeit race because it tells you that we are the only human beings on earth that are 100% human. They have other they have feline in them. They have canine in them. Sorry, not feline, canine in them. Their blood is different than ours. They have different bloodlines, and it's not of us. So what I'm trying to say is, could the devil have made a race of people as well? He does everything that God does. Everything. That's what the Bible says. He mocks it. He's a mockery. Could he have made his own people and then God accepted them if they accept Christ and they calls them Gentiles? Could have. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they were originally of God. I think God accepts them as Gentiles. I don't think that is of God. I think the original people of the earth are black,
Let me say
and
something.
that's
You
how I
heard
feel.
me? Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. Let me say
Well,
something.
I do want to say something. I know you just got up here, but I just wanted
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
say,
Hold up. So
yeah,
hold up. I got you. All y'all. I'm got y'all though. Give me
yeah.
a second.
And
I know Ace,
Warlock
you got to go
raises
and
hand.
Candle, but go
I
ahead,
just
babe.
got
Thank
here.
you.
No, I'm saying Warlock
Yeah, a lot
raises.
of people have got to go. Siri haven't talked and Candle and y'all two just got up
Hmm.
here, so y'all got a little line though. Just be patient. What you got for me, babe?
No, I was just saying Warlock raised his hand in the chat. I
Okay.
don't know if he wanted to make that quick.
Who me?
Yeah.
No, I'm making quick.
No, Warlock, not you, Jimmy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
One question. How do we get to a full blown biblical conversation? What does that have
You
to do with
sound too
anything?
drunk for me. I'm gonna let you go.
What did that have anything to do with any of the prompts? I'm just curious.
Talking about recognizing by the fruit. You're talking about forgiveness. I mean, it's a lot of healing. You're talking about a lot of things that, and at the bottom it's saying followers of Christ. So I thought this is about religion, kind of because of his stance on religion. So sorry if I missed.
It is.
Okay. So that's why that Warlock then, I guess.
Yeah, but I forgot how you even got there though. You was talking about, you talking about some skin color being better than another skin color, and
We
I'm
went
like,
somewhere
yeah, I don't
else.
know about
So
that.
we need to
Yeah,
get
we went all the
Surrey.
way.
I
Yeah,
think it
let's
was
get there.
Surrey, Ace, and then Candle.
Sorry, no, sorry. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go with that then. Yeah, let's do that.
Surrey, Ace, and Candle.
Hi.
Hey, Surrey.
Hello.
Thanks for being patient.
No worries. Um, so for me, I think it's a really simple concept on why. So if you take a romantic relationship between a man and a woman, if one person is hurt, then the other person will never forgive. Like they will constantly be in there, especially if their whole life is dependent on that person. Now, if you take the love between a parent and a child, I will always forgive my child. I don't care what my daughter does. She could do the worst thing that she could ever imagine. I will forgive her. I will try to understand. I will be by her side. So I think it kind of depends on the person that you're speaking about. Who are you talking about forgiving? There, there's a lot of people in my life that I have not forgiven, that I have forgiven, but I have never forgot. So I don't let them into my life anymore. So that I think that's the standing uh, protocol. When a person shows you who they are, regardless of whether or not they hurt you or they hurt someone that you love or whatever, they have shown you their true character. And for me, that's enough. I know who you are. In that moment, you have done the unthinkable. You have done whatever it is that I thought that you could never do to me. So at that point, I forgive you, but you are never going to be in my life in the same capacity that you were before. So there are consequences to that forgiveness. Forgiveness is not all encompassing. I don't forgive you and then let you back into my life in the same capacity. You are now bound to that boundary where everybody else is bound to. So you are essentially not no longer in my life, but I am not going to dwell on this thing over and over again. Now, what I wanted to say about that when it comes to romantic relationships is a very dangerous level to that when it comes to DV and things like that. There are some people that cannot let go. They can never let go of that person because they have control over that person. And once that person decides to leave, it becomes a very volatile, a very dangerous situation. So this this whole concept of forgiveness is you really have to understand who you're forgiving. Who is this person? Do you really know them? Do you know what they're capable of? And um, that's just the way I go about my life. Once someone shows me, if you show me one thing that was out of character from how I met you, that's my red flag. And I'm like, mm-mm. You were lying to me about something. I don't know why you're lying, and I don't care. But at this point, I don't trust you. It's okay. Whatever you did, it's all good. But we're not ever going back down that road ever again. I'm just done.
All right, all right. Hey, Ace, what you got for me? And then we get Candle after that. Ace. All right, you missed the turn. All right, Candle, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, let me get Warlock in
Good,
there.
good. So it says, why is it hard for people to forgive, like Erica, Kirk? Another one was about the fruit. Uh, I think it's hard for people to forgive because they forget that they themselves may need forgiveness at times, or they needed to be
Mm,
forgiven, or one day they may need to be forgiven, or they had been forgiven. So we forgive because once you're forgiven, you're really forgiven. The person who forgives you normally, well, supposedly, like God does with us, He doesn't bring back up what we did. That was yesterday. So it's oftentimes the Bible says, pressing towards those things to going forward, not looking behind. That's yesterday. We all have a past. I like the lady a moment ago. She said, when somebody does something, that you can forgive them, don't let them back in your life. And I agree with that. But there's another side of that for me is I forgive you, but my decision is, do I let you back in? I need to see, go into your fruit. Who are you now? Because the fruit, the tree by its fruit. People say all the time, I was like, I'm an apple tree. Well, I don't see an apple. So how do I know you're an apple tree? I don't see an apple pie. I don't see no form of
mm-hmm.
apples, no apple crisp, no apples, no apples anywhere. No Granny Smith apples, no Fuji apples. I say, no, but you can't say you're an apple tree when I see no fruits. I need to see that manifested. So, I mean, for me, forgiveness works like this. I had to look at your fruit. Because you were that person before. We all have made mistakes and need to grow. We all have relationships where somebody has hurt us. But if we live our life not forgiving people, we're going to end up being alone for the rest of our life. It's funny how when Adam
True.
sinned, God said to Adam, "Where are you?" He came to restore him, not kick him out. I heard a minute ago, the young lady, nothing against the woman that spoke a minute ago. This is just universal. I think like this. I have children. I forgive them quickly, but I can't forgive the one who's an adult, the one who needs forgiveness, because my children are going to make mistakes. They learn from my lesson. They learn from me. I teach them what they need to know. So therefore, if I teach them how to forgive, they may one day keep a relationship. They may one day restore with their wife or their husband or their friend or their neighbor. Because at the end of the day, love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. So the thing is, my neighbor may need forgiveness because I may be that neighbor one day who needs forgiveness. So I think like that all the time. I may be the one who needs forgiveness. I've seen people have relationships that fall apart. I've seen men and women go through stuff and like, I was like, how did you forgive that person? They said, I just did because I remember that Christ, while I was yet sinner, while I was yet was a sinner, while I was sinning, while I was doing God wrong, he decided to forgive me and then restore me and make me new in his eyes. Because the person becomes new in my eyes. If I see their fruit, if I see the manifestation of the fruit showing that I can say the person is new, and I say, you know what? I'm going to now engage you with the newness. That's if they're showing it. I mean, don't be foolish to go with somebody. If they was beating you, don't go back to somebody who's still beating on people. That's ridiculous. You got to use wisdom. But if this is the fruit, if you see it, then say, do I want that? Do I want to restore? Will I want to restore and give mercy? If not, it's a free will. You're free to not do that. But my mentality is, hey, I again say it one more time. I myself remember that I need forgiveness. So I treat the other person like, hey, that could be me one day. So yeah.
All right. Warlaw, what you got from me?
I just had one quick thing, right? And I'm not here to say that you're right or you're wrong. If that's the way you choose to deal with things, that's the way you choose to deal with things. But are not people allowed to change and to evolve or to learn from past mistakes? If they show you something different, you said that if they show you something different in their character, that's a red flag. So in essence, what it means to me, you may not have meant. They receive new information and change their mindset or their thought process or something. And it causes them. Am I mistaken in what you were saying?
Verse cereal. Verse cereal.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
what was that? I didn't hear his question. Was there a question?
Yes, ma'am. That are not people allowed to evolve and change and new information and evolve? And I do believe you said if that was the case, that was a red flag if they showed a change in their character.
No, if they showed a change in their character from who I knew them to be, not
Okay.
not
Aren't they?
not
Aren't
after the forgiveness has happened. If they showed a change in their character to where they needed forgiveness from me, then I'm going to question. Well, first of all, I'm going to question myself because then I'm like, well, how did I get involved with this person that did this to me? And then after that, of course, I'm going to be protecting myself because I'm like, well, I don't want to be around this character because this person caused me nothing but grief.
okay.
So
I
I'm
got
going to
you.
forgive them, but I'm going to move on from them, and I'm going to recognize that as the red flag.
Okay. So you're predicating this on a change of character from decent to bad character.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, that's what you're predicating on. Okay, see that's what we usually do is we predicated something on something bad all the time. It's not something good. That's what I was predicating on. If a person has a somewhat screwed up character and they get new information and they learn and they change, I was taking that you saying that's a red flag. I can't deal with them, but it was something totally opposite. But we usually come in
Well,
this.
no, I was going on just the highlighted prompt, the prompt in green. Why is it hard for people to forgive um like she did? And that's good for her, but you also have to think about all these other things that happen in people's lives. It's like there are certain things that happen in people's lives that are not forgettable. They're forgivable. Yeah, but you're not going to forget, and you're certainly not going to put yourself in the same situation. If something horrible happened to you and someone close to you hurt you, yeah, you forgive that person, and you move on with your life, but that doesn't mean that you don't recognize that as a red flag. This person can never be around you again without you thinking about that thing that they did. That's what
I
I'm
think
talking about.
I think my only thing is usually when we have these conversations, we always come into them with in bad faith because we always predicated on bad shit. We never really predicated on a good person becoming a better person. It's always somebody that's a cool person becoming a bad person. That was just my
I,
only.
I see what you're saying. And I think the honestly the predication in this whole thing is that you are forgiving them. And the fact that you're forgiving someone is that that they have done something. So something has caused the forgiveness. The forgiveness comes after the act. They've done something, whatever it is that they've done. So now you've chosen to forgive them. But whether or not you forget that and whether or not you let that into your life, that was their choice. They did the deed that caused you to, whether or not you wanted to forgive them or not forgive them, and then whether or not you wanted to let them into your life or not. That was their choice. Now
I
you make
got
your
you.
choice.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go on mute because I don't want to take up a lot of time. I think a lot of times that we throw around that comment red flag like we mix light and dirt laundry, light and dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? I think we just throw that around.
Oh. Yeah. No, I don't see it like that. The way I see red flags is, you go through your life, your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. If you're lucky enough to get to, I'm about to be 50 this year, hopefully I make it. But the things that I've learned is there are certain people that are meant to be in your life forever, and then there are certain people that are just not. They come into your life, they enhance your life at some point, and then at some point they let you down, and then you realize, well, I need to move on. I need to jump on the train, and they're off the train. My train is still going. They're just off of it. It's okay. It's not a
I,
big
I
deal.
I get you. So Kevin, Rachel, this goes back to that bitter point, right? Because I have an ongoing ritual that I have every year at my birthday. From my birthday to the end of the year, I go through this thing called the pink slip. Whereas though people that have done things and or that have screwed me over, it's not just for that year, it's an accumulation of things. They get a pink slip at the end of the year. And come that new year, to me, they no longer exist. That's just something that I do and
Yeah,
I've done
see,
for 20 some years. And
but
it's
see,
really off.
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What, sweetie?
So I was gonna say I don't think about it like that. Like I don't keep tallies like that. It just happens. Like if you do something to me, I'll give you an example. So my best friend called me about a month ago and she was like, I have something to tell you. Well, she left me a voicemail message and I was like, okay, so this is serious. So I called her back, she didn't answer, and then she texted me and she was like, um, someone saw your daughter doing something, and I have a picture. And I was like, okay, well, what was she doing? And, she's my best friend. Like, just tell me. Like, me and her have hung out with her kids, my kid, and everything. Why are you being so secretive? What is this? Why are you being so weird about this? And she says to me, well, I don't want to upset you. And I was like, well, I'm already upset because you're saying something about my kids. So why don't you just tell me? And then she waited like 2 days. Okay, so this is 2 agonizing days that I'm waiting because I don't want to accuse my kid of anything. I don't want to go ask her anything. But here's my best friend telling me that something's going on. And then I ask her again, and I'm like, what's up? Are you going to tell me what's going on or not? And she's like, oh, no, it wasn't her in the picture. And I'm like, that's bullshit. And I was like, listen, I'm going to tell you something one time. You are supposed to be my friend, my advocate. And as my advocate in this world, you are supposed to be looking out for me and my daughter. If there's something out there that you think that I should be aware of, and for you to tell me that you're aware of it and you have pictures, and then to recant that, you are no longer my friend. I don't trust you, and I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your motive was. What was your whole motive on this? So we haven't spoken in 2 months, and I have no intention of ever speaking to her again. That's what I need. Don't come at me with some bullshit and then not have anything to back it up and then completely back out of it. That's some coward shit. If you have something to say to me, come and say it to me. That's what I need. There's just no forgiveness there.
So here's a question: is the word better to say there's no forgiveness, or there's you realize that that's the person you don't want to, that's the kind of person you don't want to be around?
Um,
Because you can forgive them and say I'm not want to be around. You can forgive them, I mean, and not want to be around them because their character, who they are, what they've done, you don't see anything different about them. And of course, like this is a long term friend, so I understand that, but it's still though two different things. So.
yeah, but
It's
she
a
went
good
after my
question.
kid though. That's a no-no. We
Yeah,
don't go
Yep.
there.
yeah,
That
yeah,
mean
yeah,
yep, that didn't you
yeah,
didn't forgive. Yeah. Got
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. Like for me, that was
yeah,
the end of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now if she shows me a picture and it's my daughter, then that's a whole different conversation. If we're going to have a conversation as adults about our children, and you have a picture of my daughter doing whatever it is that you say that she was doing, then show it to me, and then we can have a conversation. Because then after that, I'm going to, of course, have a conversation with my kid. But no, you don't just throw stuff like.
Mm.
I'm not just gonna come at any of you and say, "Hey, I have pictures of your kid doing whatever," and then say, "Oh, you know what? I don't think it was your kid. My bad." No, that's bullshit.
Hmm. That is interesting.
I could say something to that, but I mean, all that I agree with you, but I agree with everything you're saying. It's just that my thing, man, when this we're just having a little healthy debate here. I think that it's for you to say that you can't forgive because that was your. I don't. I guess somebody asked me this a while ago. They said, "Well, is there anything that can't be forgiven?" I'm like, "No." So why not? Because forgiveness is a choice. Now,
It's a choice,
again,
right? I was about to say that.
but again, that person, yeah, that's not somebody you want to be around. So it just, well, how do I forgive you? And I had to keep not, I had to walk in unforgiveness toward you to keep the level of pain I feel in my
Right,
heart. No, I forgive you, but no, you got to stay away from me because you're talking about this is my child. And
right.
then now you say this about my kid, you got no evidence or nothing to prove, but you talking this mess. No, and you're trying to ruin my relationship with me and others, and no, making my child look bad because that's a reflection of me.
Exactly. Yeah, I
but
took
so
that
like I
very
said, I'm sorry,
personally. I
but I
took
said
that very
again,
personally. Yeah.
I identify with the pain of what you're saying, but again, and again, I'm gonna say it again. There's nothing that forget. No. Forgiveness forgiveness is for you, not the other person. Okay, yeah, that sounds all fancy, but I mean, really, that's a heart matter. And doesn't mean you got to be around that person again. Because it doesn't mean you have to be around them, but that's an issue in the heart. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you. Nobody. I've had to learn to forgive people for things as well, and that took some time. But I realized that it's a choice. I encourage you to forgive them, but no, they ain't gotta be back in your life because they're not. I mean, again, I'm gonna say it again, like you said, this is regarding your child, and it's like you touch a
Right.
woman's child, you touching her, you got a problem. You got to touch my child, you got a problem with me. So I mean, I can
Right.
understand that, and that's personal. You're a mother, but again, forgive. I encourage you to forgive. You know, know that
I
hey,
think I
this
have
person was
forgiven
foolish.
her.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. I
but
think
you
I
don't want
have
to have her in your
forgiven
life
her,
though.
but huh?
If you don't want to have, and again, if you don't want to have her in your life, that's a free will choice as well. God, like I said, you should have had her in your life. No, the key, God wants you to forgive first. And if you want to restore the relationship, if it can be restored, then do that. If not, then no. But the person who did wrong has to be willing to come back and say, you know what, I screwed up. I was wrong.
Yes.
You know, and if
Yes,
they're not willing to
yes,
do that, then you got to decide, hey, do I want to keep this person in my life? You know, I mean, again, I
yes.
mean, how long were y'all friends? I didn't hear that part.
Almost 7 years.
But yeah,
Did you
I
ever
can't. Go ahead.
did you ever ask her why did she come with that, or you just got offended that she did it? Because I think like a lot of that stuff could make what they call it. You can get clarity by just asking what was your purpose, trying to figure out their mindset or mind state of why they even came up with what they said.
No, so what happened was she called me and I was at work, so I couldn't answer my phone. And she left me a voicemail message, and she was like, "Hey, call me as soon as you get this. Um, your daughter's been doing something, and I have pictures." And I was like, "Oh, so immediately as a mother, of course, I'm freaked out. Like, what's going on?" So I am at a frenzy. If you can ever imagine, like the worst thing that could ever happen to your kid, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Mm.
So in this moment, I'm super emotional, I'm super frantic, I'm super scared, right? So this is not like, oh, I forgot your groceries in the back of my car or whatever. I don't care about any of that shit. You're talking about my kid and something has happened to my kid, and there's photos, right? So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what's going on? So then I call her. She doesn't answer the phone. And then I text her and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Send me the pictures. And then she doesn't answer me for like almost almost 2 days. So it might have been like, I don't know, like 30 hours or some shit like that. But anyway, I get a text from her and she's like, oh, I guess it wasn't her. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I've been stewing about this for like 30 hours of freaking out and everything. I'm waiting to see the picture so I can confront my kid. Like, I'm already thinking about all the things that I'm going to say to my daughter. She's 17 years old. She has no idea this is going on, right? But I'm here stewing and then she just drops that on me. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do with that now?
It's good.
So there was it
Again,
sounded
I'm
like it
sorry.
was.
Go
I'm
ahead. I'm
about to say
sorry.
it sounded like it was a mistake, and you just didn't want to let it go because it was dealing with your child. I mean, humans make
Ah,
mistakes.
well,
But she said
I
she
don't.
had the photos. The thing
Yeah.
that got
Yeah,
me
but
is
did she
that she
change
said,
it and
I
said that it was a mistake? She thought it
no,
was your child.
yeah, well, she said it was she saw the photo and she doesn't think it was, so she never verified whether or not it was my kid in the photo, and which is a photo that she has and apparently other people have that sent it to her. So not only are they sending pictures of my kid back and forth doing whatever it is that she's doing, now she doesn't even want to let me know what those pictures are or what was in those pictures or even send me the pictures.
I'm saying,
So
is that
I
are
was you
think
you
it's
said
more
that
my
was
of
your
friend?
the
friend?
gap.
Was that
Yeah,
your friend?
this is supposed to
I
be
Yeah,
don't
my
think she
I,
was
boyfriend.
deep
yeah.
enough friend for you to not investigate and see why she really was like that. It's like you just got
Well,
your feelings hurt so bad
well,
that just
mm,
because of that, and then she even explained
What
it was a
else was I?
mistake.
I don't.
But
Yeah,
hold
but
on,
even now
I
you
mean,
have
I don't
even
think.
now you
other
have the
but
hold on,
hold on,
Kendall.
No,
Even now
because
you
I'm sorry. Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
other than asking her, send me the picture. That's all I asked her. Send me the picture. She couldn't even send
yeah.
me that.
I don't think I'm gonna here's my 25 cents. My thought is, number one, the fact that it took 30 hours, 2 days could be sound like two days to a parent sound like 2 decades. So now I'm waiting all this time trying what's going on with my child so I can address my
Right.
child. And then here you come. Oh, I don't think it was your child. Wait a minute. You know what my child looks like? You've been with me for 7 years. You know what my child looks like. You know the face of my child. You've been at my house probably. You sat down at the dinner table with
Yes,
me. You know
we've
my
we've
child. You know
had
who my child is.
sleepovers together. We've
Sleepover.
gone
You
on
know my child.
vacations together.
So
We
so
spend
don't
time
say
together.
so
She
so
knows exactly who my kid is. So
so don't say
bring me that
so,
bullshit.
don't BS me. You know what the child is. Truth of the matter was, let me say it like this. Um, I hate to say it, like I still stand on forgiving if you side of the stories on you. But that time, I don't think she knew how to be a friend because you let me go that long about my child concern about my and not say here's what's going on, and then now I bring it up. And you go, oh, it was not your. I don't think. How you not think? You know my child. You know what it looked like. And I got pictures of my child, do God knows what and where not. And yeah, now you
Right.
make us look bad. And again, so I don't think it was. I don't think it was that you didn't want to find out. They weren't telling you anything, and now they're not saying anything. It took them 2 days to get back, and they're just so cool. And now they want, and then on top of it, they don't want to send you the pictures they have. So wait, you don't want to send me the pictures? So how do I feel comfortable with my own car, my own peace of mind that this was not my child? Because a minute ago you said it
Exactly.
was, and now you say you're not sure. How you not sure? You know what my child looks like. We've been on vacation. We've been out to eat some places. We've been over here, and you don't
Right.
know for sure that that's somebody lying somewhere.
Right. That's the
And the
thing.
fruit shows
Well,
that you're
and
lying. Your
and and
actions show that you're lying.
and,
Back to the
and
fruit thing. I'm
why?
sorry.
My bigger question is, why are you lying? What's the point of all this? What was the point of this whole fiasco? What were you trying to prove? Well, I don't understand what the point was, because I would
No,
never do that to her.
no, she could have made a mistake, but she could have. Let's give it that. But she could have made a mistake, but I doubt it because you've been with you know my child for 7 years, not one
Do she?
week.
Okay, I think I know the deal though. Did
Okay.
her and your child ever like did she have something against your child?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I know a lot of
She,
times some people parents will like they don't see
Good question.
because maybe that she didn't like something about the child or and parents will just coddle their child. My child ain't that bad. My child ain't something or whatever, and she probably because a lot of times like I said parents will coddle their
yeah, I
child or had this bias for their child to make it seem like they angels or something like that. They make excuses why they do certain things. And it seemed like, just for me hearing this, it just sounded like she just wanted to find some reason to show you that your child is not as good as you claim for them to be or whatever. It seemed like something shifted when you had a child. That's what I'm saying. If this was your so-called friend,
But I don't think that it just had anything to do with her child, her sticking for her child.
I'm
Her
trying to
child,
see what Siri
not
about to
that.
say though. I do want to see this
Okay,
though. I just
okay,
want to see
all
what's.
right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so when we first met, me and her needed each other. So we were single mothers living across the street from each other. Our
Hmm.
elementary school was like just down the street from where we lived. Our kids walked to school together. So we kind of bonded in the, just being single mothers thing. And we kind of hung out together. Our kids hung out together. We went,
Hmm.
like I said, we went on vacations together, all kinds of stuff. Like we literally were a family, essentially. We rented Airbnbs all the time and we stayed together and things like that. I mean, throughout the the mask era and all of that, we were together. The kids were going to school together on their laptops and everything. So we were a close knit fam. Like we became really close during those years of the mask years, right? And um, there was sometimes because she had two kids and two girls, and I have the one girl, and me and my daughter are really close. So we have a bond like nobody else. Like people see us and they think we're sisters, right? And my kid, she's not I don't discipline her in the same way that other people discipline their children, which I did not agree with the way that she disciplined her girls. You know, things that I did not put your hands on children and things like that. I did not agree with any of that. But I was like, those are her kids. I'm not going to say anything. And so she did disagree with me on those things. And we talked about those things. And it's like, you can't just let your kid run around, do whatever she wants. And she just thought my kid was just running wild. So I see where you're going with that point. Um, to think that maybe at some point, maybe she thought that she was doing something and then she kind of changed her mind in that moment. I don't know, but I did not see the picture. That's my point. If I had just seen the picture, just show me the picture because I know you saw it. Just show it to me.
Yeah. Like I said, oh well, from what I heard, that's why I said I thought it was something. It sounded like you had this. You got this. You said it's like your best friend, and you know, y'all check your children differently and stuff. So yeah, from what I'm hearing, I could kind of tell what the scenario is. I'm not even around it, but I could tell.
Yeah.
It sounds like one parent is more stricter than the other type situation, and one of them probably feeling like you too friendly with her and whatever. And I can get it. If that's your only child, a lot of times some people treat their first child or only child kind of different. So a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
times they might
absolutely.
spoil them. But
But what if there was no picture really? What if there really was never a picture? What is it? What
That
if
would
she
yeah,
was
be,
doing that?
man, that would be even
yeah,
worse. That would be
it
even
wasn't
worse
probably
because
wasn't. Like I said,
then
from what
she
I heard and gathered up, it just sounded like he already this friend already had something against probably the child, right? Because ain't no telling if they ever got into it or something happened. I don't know the full story on it, but it just sounded like it was looking for something to let the mother see that you don't have an angel. You know what I'm saying? Something like that or whatever. Because it's like it seemed like it was
and
out
man,
for
like
a
I'm gonna
That's
child. So
say this
crazy.
and
she
say,
probably had a smart. I
listen,
mean, we don't know
That's
what the
crazy.
connection is between
I,
y'all
and
friends,
and
huh?
I'm gonna say this to anyone that's listening and to everyone that's listening. Do not ever come between a mother and her child. You are always going to lose unless you have pictures. If you had a picture, then maybe I could discipline my kid, but you don't have anything. All you have is your words and then you going back on your word.
Right.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. But
Yeah,
like I
it
said,
is
yeah, I don't know the
crazy.
full story. I wish I could hear her side of the story of what's going on because I always try to
Yeah.
I try to analyze it because I can't make a full thing about that. But from like I said,
Well,
from what I'm hearing, this
would
I
you
don't
like
think
me
people
to
do or
invite
say
her?
things for no reason. Yeah, I don't think people do stuff for a reason, especially if y'all claim y'all was friends and then all of a sudden the child came in the middle. So something had to happen in the midst of it. How long y'all been friends?
7 years.
So we've been friends since 2018.
And then when it split up.
Oh, just like a month ago, I
Oh
stopped seeing
Wow.
each
wow, so it's
other.
fresh. It's fresh now. Wow. All right. Yeah. So yeah, so, like I said, something happened in the midst of that. So 18
Hey,
to a month
if you
ago.
want me to invite her and you want to just ask her, I'm more than open to that. And if she's willing to, I will.
That's so good. See, I'm sorry to cut. That right there. That hands down. That is a sign of. I'm gonna say it like it is. It's a sign. That's a sign of growth and maturity to be willing to say, hey, I invite them on to speak. I wonder if they would do that for you.
I don't think
Okay.
she would,
Yeah, but
honestly.
we
That
can't
see.
speak for people that ain't here though. Like we keep
True.
saying
That's
that
true.
everything I've been hearing, it just seems like we're projecting of how somebody else may be doing. We don't know for sure
Right.
We
unless we
don't. We
had a
don't. All right.
conversation with them. So yeah,
But I think.
like I said, I can only
I'll invite her. Give me a time and a
yeah
place, and I will have her here. If I text her right now, she'll be here. But wait, what
yeah.
time is it? No, she won't be here.
I didn't even
But
know it was
yeah,
that fresh though. That's crazy. I did not know it was that fresh. So it sounds like
yeah,
this just a
Yeah. You,
moment right now. I think eventually, if y'all really friends, y'all gonna be that cool eventually. It just you just said this happened like a month ago or something like that. So yeah, this just I'm
yeah.
thinking this happened for years.
This happened towards the end of summer. They were just getting back to
yeah.
school.
Yeah, yeah. I
And like
think
you said,
yeah.
you
If
were like you
y'all
said, you said that you forgave her, and that's true. And only you know in your heart you forgave her. And like I said, she now has to be willing to come back and say, "Hey, let me answer the concerns and the matters of your heart to bring peace to our relationship." This is what happened, and you got to be prepared for to say, "I didn't have pictures," and be prepared for her to say things. Be prepared for her to say things if you restore it that would cause you to feel hurt to get past that point of where you're hurt at. She may come to you and say, I didn't really have pictures. I was mad about this. Or I had pictures, but I got rid of them. Or I did. Be prepared to let her be transparent and then decide from there, okay, you know what? Thank you for your honesty. I forgive you or whatever. Because for you to get to the point of restoring anything if you decide to. You got to walk through the pathway of getting back to restoration.
Right. Yeah.
When it may cause things, it may cause triggers in your heart again. Why did you say that? Why did you do this? Why this? And she has to be willing to answer. If you guys are friends, talk it out. However y'all talk.
Honestly, that's all I want to know is why. Why did this whole thing even happen? Why did you do this? That's all I want to
And
know.
and she can do what he just said. She can be telling you because I thought you were this kind of parent, or I didn't like how you did this, or I was jealous of this. I'm be willing to hear that, and
Yeah, so essentially I have forgiven her, but I'm not going to put
right. You
myself in
got
that
because you
situation
no,
again.
I agree, especially if you don't know if they've changed. Huh? Or they even they or how again if they've changed or if this is just them. Like, were you really my friend?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or were you here for the moments,
I don't think
not the
she was
long
here for
term?
the moment. I don't know what her motive was, but it just seems really odd. And I even said that to her. I was like, really? Really? That's the answer you're gonna give me? You don't have the pictures anymore? Okay. And that was that. That was the last text that I sent her. And then she's called me like 3 or 4 times since. I haven't answered.
Why
Um,
not?
ah, I don't. What am I, man? What am I supposed to
But be honest.
say?
Hello, what do you want? Hello, why are you calling me? Hello, with them pictures. Hello, don't answer that time. Don't answer that. I said you calling why? You got the pictures? No, no, girl, you got the pictures?
I don't know.
Don't answer.
My mother always told me if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So
You're
like
not
please
being
do not
mean.
answer
How you
the
being
phone.
mean? How you being mean by saying, "Hey, girl, how you doing? Girl, you got the pictures?" No, okay, I gotta go. What you want? You're not being mean.
Okay,
Being
I
mean
like
is
that. I like that.
calling her out her
I'm gonna ask
name.
for the pictures.
You got them pictures. I got away from the pictures. You ain't forget. Girl, why you dealing with the past? Not the past is my child. My child's my future. Part of my future. I'm
She's
held responsible
my
for her.
child is a reflection of me, especially
Thank
as a
you.
single mother. She's a
And then
reflection of
I
me
mean,
everywhere
imagine,
she goes in this
and then
world.
you go like then you said to her. I mean, with all due respect, I mean, let me go some pictures of your child and see how you feel.
You know what?
And
That's the first
and
thing. That's the first thing I said to her. I was like, listen, if I did the same thing to you, how would you feel?
like I said a minute ago, we forget sometimes. So I mean, don't be mean about it. Don't be disrespectful. Be loving. Be kind. A friend loves at all times. Sometimes you may need to, and you may need to be a friend to her since you know what a friend is.
Right.
Girl, how you doing? Thank you. Good to hear you. Listen, we good. Listen, you
Oh,
got them pictures?
I could not do that. I
no,
can't fake like that.
no, you gotta fake. I mean, you gotta be nice. Girl, how you doing? Girl, you got them pictures? That's good. You ain't got no pictures yet? Okay, listen, here's the pictures. No, you ain't got no pictures. I do that. No, you don't. Listen, let's just move on. You ain't got no pictures. Listen, when you got them pictures and you're gonna apologize, I'm gonna be here to be your friend if you decide to. If not, I'm moving on with my life.
We can get
You ain't gotta
over
be
this if
mean.
you just send me the pictures and apologize.
All right. Or just tell you ain't got the pictures. And you apologize. That I need a minute to get over how I feel about all this, and then we can maybe go out and have a cup of coffee at Starbucks or whatever.
Right.
We get that far. Because this is a bunch of BS.
Man,
No, no, you don't be mean to her. No,
I
don't
had a
don't do
lot.
that. Don't do that. You can't because God doesn't want you. God wants you. Think about it again. Don't God does not want you to be mean to her. Because God loves her as much as He loves you. I had to learn that when I learned to forgive people. God loves them as much as He loves me. You know.
Yeah.
So I got to remember to treat them as God would want as God I want God to treat me. Be kind. Be gentle. Be caring. And say, you know what? Oh, hey, how you doing? Let them talk. Okay, good. Don't let them talk for too long because you're already mad as well because they're mad already. And say, you got them pictures? No, girl, I ain't got the pictures. Oh, it's okay. Well, so go and get them pictures. Do you even have the pictures? I ain't got no pictures. So, it's just, and then sometimes you may not want to answer the telephone. Don't answer the phone sometimes. That's okay. Because you may not want to deal with them. There's nothing wrong to protect your peace at all times. Don't
Of
argue.
course. Yes.
Don't fight. And if they start picking at you, why are you bringing up the past? What past? We present now. This is my child. My child. Again, as I said before, what if this was your child? What would you want me to do? Do to
Yeah.
others as you had them do to you. If this was your child, what
Absolutely.
would you want me to do? And
Well,
again, she
thank you
can't deal with
guys.
that. So hey.
I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you guys. I'm going to try and get her on the next time that you're on, and so if you see my face here, probably gonna have her here with
She
me.
said, "You know what time it is when I." It's about to go down. But
Oh no, don't make it like that. It's like good.
yeah. Everybody gonna be out in here. Hold up, you're the accuser. So I know.
Well,
I didn't
I'm
even get
gonna
to say
sign
my
off.
side of the story yet.
Oh, I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up at
It's
5 in the
gonna end
morning.
with
It's
me
already
and my
11 p.m.
best
here.
friend. Watch.
Thank you for
Sometimes it take
having me.
clarity. That's all it is, though. But all right, all right. Matter of fact, yeah,
Then
I don't either though. Even I'm one of the two. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna refresh it, or I might call it a night. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. Then we gonna get into this.
y'all be blessed.
All right, you too, man.
And thank you. All right.